Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for July the 19th, 2021. I am Mom. And somewhere out there is a Darkthorn. Probably doesn't even realize I started a minute early, but there's a hunt on. Mom must hunt. Mom must hunt. We have our priorities in life, and Horgon Hunt is one of them. I love the Horgon Hunt. So how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, I'll turn on the lights in a sec here. Actually, while this is waking up, I'll flip on the lights. Oh, lights are on. There we go. Hey, lights are on. Lights are on. So, DT, let me show you what came in the mail this week.
Okay.
There you go.
Turn on the stream, so. And get through the commercial.
That's okay. I've got 6 minutes left.
Choo-choo shirt.
Choo-choo shirts, yay! We got our choo-choo shirts, and they've got the official lower deck on the back of them. So it's an official shirt, one for you, one for me. Woot, 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 woot. So we can look just like our tunes. Well, excluding, the fact that I don't look like a Gorn, but details. Minor details.
Gorn winning! I mean, Lower Decks was awesome.
Yep, and there should be one episode out, and hopefully we'll be able to have it running while we're there.
That would violate a lot of things if we did that.
Maybe it would. Maybe. You don't know. Maybe somebody's got to have it running.
Yeah, but I mean, you're using your stream point to broadcast stuff.
Oh, no. I'm not saying we're going to broadcast it.
Oh,
No. Just going to watch it while we're there.
Oh, yeah, we'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm not going to stream it. That would be a horrible thing, and we'd be in so much trouble. And we are just not doing that.
Yeah,
but if you're there and we're playing it and you want to watch it and it just happens to be on, and we've paid for it and we're not making money doing it.
Still questionable, but
I don't know. We'll see. So how was your weekend?
not bad.
Oh, that's good.
They started another one of those freaking promo sales from my boxes.
I'm out of money.
I still have 15 boxes if you want.
Ooh. Nope, I'm good.
I mean, I was trying to sell the boxes so I can get a board bridge officer that I wanted to get.
Ooh.
I will tell you the officer in a moment.
Okay.
He's kind of expensive, but I figured the whole thing out.
A lot of those Borg officers are expensive.
Yeah. I believe the one I was after was 24 of 47.
Oh, that's not one on my list that you gave me. Let's see, I have 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Do you think I can do one more?
I think we do one more. No, the ones I'm after are for miracle worker for my main ship. So that's different. And
yes, it is.
Well, the ones I gave you were for, I believe your ship was command.
Yes, indeed it is.
Welcome to Risa. Have you picked?
Let's see. Let's go this way.
Which for you was 23 of 47.
Yes, that is on my list.
Yeah.
Man, if you were to get all 47 of 47, you would be very poor. Or you'd be like Augie.
There's not 47. I mean,
how can there not be 47 of... I mean, they
start at number 4. And go to 46.
That's imperfect. It is not very Borgian. It is flawed.
Yeah, or the other ones just got killed.
Okay, maybe I can go with that one. That would mean that the Borg are flawed because they got killed.
Or die. They die a lot.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
But yeah. No, there's a few that I need. I need like 20 of 47 for armor penetration, 20 foot. Oh no, there's a pile.
Yes,
Sure.
47 is a prime number because that was making me crazy the other day.
Yeah.
I play math in the car, which I know sounds really stupid, but I'll be sitting in the car and going, I wonder what that divided by that number is on their license plate. Obviously, it's stop signs, not when we're driving the car. That would be silly. Okay, it's a little silly anyway, but, that's how my mind goes. And for some reason, I was trying to divide 94 by 47, which is fine, but that means you've got a prime and a 2 and a 1, and that's just lousy math.
Yeah.
Very annoying. Hi, Wolfie. How are you?
Hi, Wolfie.
Hey, DT will only be with us for the first hour tonight because he's got a real life. And I will only be with us the first hour on Thursday because I have a real life.
I'm going to try joining up from my phone after I take care of some stuff and start having to deal with the errands that I have to go run.
That would be cool if that works out.
Yeah. I don't have any guarantees on the quality of the...
Speaking of phones and quality and things like that, chatted with Ed for hours on Saturday. And he was asking after everybody. Hopes you're all okay. Okay. I got 4 done, including starting up the show, so yay! Aya's doing good today. It's work.
Yep. Work. Getting stuff together for choo-choo work.
Yep.
I went to order the badges, and they're sold out for now, so...
No! My badges are sold out. Oh no. Okay.
Well, I still got the pushy pin one, so you can use that.
Yeah, I'm not really surprised.
But the magnetic ones are sold out for the moment.
Well,
I'll bet I'll find one out there, but
well, as long as the magnetic ones are fine because I really don't want to punch holes and stuff.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So, but I'm betting they'll be out there.
Yeah. So let's see. We've got our choo-choo shirts. I've got our vests. I've got mine almost done. It's taken quite a while to get it to work right, but now that I think I got everything, we're good. Should have that done by Thursday, and then yours will take less than a day now they got that done. And we've got our Hawaiian shirts, so we've got 3 outfits. What else are we doing? It's 6 nights. Obviously, we can wear stuff 2 days, but...
Yeah. Combinations of various stuff, I'm guessing.
I suppose I could bring various T-shirts to go with things.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe we'll wind up buying some stuff there.
Hoping got a little bit of a budget for this stuff this time, but we'll see.
We'll see. I'm not sure if we do our job evaluations before that. I think not. Oh, do I not have a surfboard? What the heck? I got a surfboard right there. Why won't it let me get on my surfboard? What the heck? That's really weird. Let's try. Oh. Okay, that's weird. Let's try doing that. And we will restart the race. And we'll be a moment late because it starts in 5 seconds and it'll be 8 seconds before I can jump on my board. Okay, there we go. Yay! Yay! It's a game, Mar Hawkman. If I don't win, if I take a second later to start, it's still okay. I won it enough that not winning it. I did this earlier today and just did what I'm about to do. Smacked on the rocks and lost my board. It's catching too much air.
Yeah.
So you try and nose down right afterwards, and then you don't get enough air, and blah, 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 blah. So anyway, Ed says hi, and for those of you who are worried about him because he is smack dab in the middle of all that flood area, his town is up at a high enough elevation that they're fine. But some of the other people in his area aren't. So keep good thoughts. It's been pretty bad there. Were you aware that there had been floods in Germany, DT?
No.
Yeah, there have been floods in Germany. Like 200 people have died. And you look at it and you see the pictures of the cars just piled on top of each other from the floodwaters. It's pretty horrifying. Only third place? Aw, I'll take it.
Same here.
Yeah, I've done stupid on the boardwalks. So I was going to say, before you've probably already done Drenor Beach Assault, right? Knowing you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Well, we're going to do Drenor Beach Assault for those of you who haven't done it. Just so we've got a decent
Yeah, I
team here
did
to do
Drenor
it.
Beast Assault, and mine was the only generator to survive.
Oh, yeah, I got to go grab a tune that's pretty good. Which what's one of the optimizations for keeping that thing live? I know that the piezoelectric wrist device is cool.
The wrist
Okay.
the wrist device keeps stuff on the other thing alive too. The first stage.
Do I have that on this tune? I do not. What else do I have for this one? Okay, let me go ahead and make myself an electric wrist device. That's Lucari, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, the stupid we do in the game is always impressive, in my opinion. Face planting, other dumb. Scavenger hunt starts in 2 minutes. Oh no!
Well, tomorrow my main's done. The alts take a few more days to throw them late, but
I did it today. I don't even know what the prize was. Oh, it was the ship, right?
ship.
Okay, I have the
Yeah.
ship.
How can I help?
You get your ship tomorrow?
Yeah.
Good, then let's play with our new ships tomorrow.
You know, it's fun when you can jump on the surfboard and literally make a jump on the surfboard and literally get all the way to the back of the resort.
You can transport back there too.
No, I mean, I was just jumping. I jumped the dance floor.
Oh, okay, that's good. Can you get up off the dance floor and onto the lobby level?
You
Yeah.
found it.
Oh, I can never get up there.
Bring it back
I
to
can
me.
literally, my momentum will literally carry almost all the way to the end.
Wow. Let's see, we have 1 minute till that starts, so let's do that. Oops, no.
Which only works when the jump actually starts working.
Hi, Bob Bear. How are you tonight? So yeah, we're going to be doing Drenor Beach Assault. I'm going to try and talk DT into doing it with us, but we'll see. Since he's already done it, because he's a party pooper that way. All right, which board did you use?
Impulsive.
Yeah, I don't think I can do it with the Future Flyer, but let's give it a shot here.
I don't think you can. You gotta jump literally, and with the impulsive, you gotta jump literally right when you get to the steps. Almost.
Yeah, I know. Almost doesn't count. See if
What
we can get
instance
some
are
speed.
you in?
Can't tell. Two-ish? Nope. Little short. If you are interested in doing Dranur Beach Assault, give me an X either in chat or in chat. And I will send you an
I'm in
invitation.
instance 3.
Okay. I guess I'm in 2, but I'll join you in 3.
Well, 2 is full. That's the only reason I
Oh,
could.
okay. We'll join you in 3.
For a limited time
There you
only,
are.
we will be awarding bonus games to anyone who comes to help
Well done.
locate
How can
Temple
I help?
artifact.
Oops. Okay.
Probably screwed up.
Nope. I'll have to switch to the impulsive. Yeah, we'll wait for you, Mar Hawkman.
You saw about where I jumped, though.
Yeah, but definitely I think the speed on the impulsive has got to be helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Bear, absolutely. We'll make it a private team, so if you want to do Federation or KDF, we can go that way.
I don't think I will really have the time to do it, but we'll see.
Thought you said you had to leave at 8.
No,
That's 45
leave.
minutes.
I gotta leave about 45 minutes, yeah.
Okay, we got time to run one. Yeah, I have to go twice, but we don't have to make you do it twice. So let me know as soon as you're in and you want to join us. Or I could try this on another tune and not spend the money on a new power board. But it's only 1,000, but I don't have 1,000 with me. Darn it.
1,000 with 1,000, I can get you 1,000.
Yeah, I got 872. I'll come back and finish this up. I did not play this weekend to speak of. I've been insanely busy this week.
If you can find me out by the.
Well,
by one of the
I've got plenty
on
in the
top of the
bank.
I
I'm
know.
not worried about
Yeah,
that.
200 right on me.
I've probably got 200 in the bank, so no problems. All right. So we got Jason. Queuing a private one. Oops. Let's move that down there.
I don't know if you can queue private because I think for Draenor you have to have 10. You need 5 and 5.
Fiddle dee dee. Zara and Bob Bear. Are you guys both Federation? You know, I could just look here. Here, Federation. Bob Bear is Klingon. KDF. Well, we're all KDF DT. You want to switch?
Oh, now you want me to switch.
Come on. You want to switch. You know you do. Trinidad Beach Assault. You're right. We'd have to have 10 to go private.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cancel my private team here. And we'll just make it a regular one. Hey, don't forget on August the 5th, Lant is going to do some PvP with us. Bob Barry sent you an invitation.
Klingon.
DTF sent you an invitation.
Just checking out again the reskinned, redone Klingon space dock.
Am I out of space? I'm out of space. Gosh darn. No, I'm not out of space. There it is. There we go. Anybody else want to join us for a Klingon Trinor Beach Assault? Wolfie, do you want to join us? Okay, is everybody ready? And I'll go ahead and cue this up. I'm sure somebody's more than willing to play it.
I think we still. I guess you can't queue 5.
Of course. Yeah, if I'm just picking it up from here, of course I can. Okay, we're queued. Does everybody have...
No.
No. Hang on, let's try that again. We don't have a private. We don't have that.
I think you just
Okay, can
need-
somebody invite me to it then? I think Mar Hockman might be our team leader now. Or give it back to me and I'll do it.
I can't give you anything, so.
Okay. Mar Hockman, I think you're the team leader. Can you make sure I'm teamed and then start it up? Since it does not love me at the moment. It's saying we're teamed.
Yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and the private. I see 4 in the regular team.
I don't have anything in private.
I left private, so.
Okay, let me try that again, folks. I'm going to kick everybody and I'll reteam everyone. Yes. So if you'll all leave that team, let's try that one more time. So I have invited Bob Bear. I have invited DT. I have invited Mar Hockman. Okay, let's see if this will work. Green flashy lights?
Yep.
Yay! Whee oh whee. Whee oh whee, as my sister would say. Wee woo?
We will.
Everybody got a wee woo?
Device on the, I think I have a wrist device on the Klingon, so.
I have a wrist device on my Klingon. Whee! It'll be fun. Hey, for everybody who's out there and joining us tonight, hi. How are you guys doing? It's Monday. Means it's all that much closer to Friday. Yay!
It's Monday. It's all of us closer to Friday.
I was going to say I've got 25,000 in repair shields in space, and there's a part of my brain going, oh, you can do that on this. My brain's not working too well today. There we go. Oot, 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 oot. Healing mode is on 3, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Switch over to 3 and then 1 and 2, keep your healing mode.
Yeah. I timed out.
I figured.
I'll be back.
Still got 30 seconds.
I'll be back. The super quick intro.
Who's going to what floor?
I'll go up to the top floor. Just after I shoot these people.
clean up, follow me, we'll cover the middle floor.
Okay.
As you can tell, the console is like the leader on that
Oops.
stuff.
I can't figure out stairs today, apparently. Stairs are a thing. Aw, there's such cute puppies up
If
here.
you stand back around where I am, when you shoot your green mode, you'll heal that console too.
Say that again.
If you stand back here,
Yes.
you'll heal the console too while you're shooting.
The computer core has taken heavy damage. They powered up another transporter. Watch out for more troops. The computer core has been destroyed.
Well, all right. Somebody did a good job there.
I think really everybody else on our team ran. Who knows where?
Well, I'm up here with Mar Hawkman.
Oh, you're up there with me.
And I'm up here with you, so that's half of us. Bob Bear, where are you?
Oh wait, no, I'm down with Barathia, which is
That's Bob Bear.
Bob there. I got Bob there here.
We're fine up here.
They have a lock on all three facilities. They're direct aiming now.
Yep. Go for it, guys. Okay, that's really weird. Hmm.
2 seconds.
I don't have the right weapon on. I'll have to switch that in a moment.
Colony shield is coming online now. Indicates that this
The next one, Bob. Kill the bad guys. And when we get to the phase after that, right now we just need to get to where to take down the cover shields. Kill the Zenkethy. Take out the mortars. This is the shoot fest. In a moment it'll get fun.
Activate the inhibitors.
Try to get the last one over here.
Second,
transport inhibitor 1 now active. Transport inhibitor 2 is operational.
I don't know why every time I do these things, I always end up on Team Beta.
I know. Oh, that's okay. We got 2 of our 3. Where's our third one, though? There's nothing across the bridge, is there?
No,
Okay, so why are we missing one?
Transport inhibitor 3.
We got all 3. Okay.
Keep it up.
Just took a moment. Alpha guys, it's your turn.
head out into the water, or I can
Okay.
shoot the shuttle quicker.
Transport inhibitor 4 now online.
The lever comes out this side.
Okay, I'm good with this one. If somebody wants to protect another one, I think I can defend this.
I'll head out to the middle one because I know where the spawn is anywhere there.
So, Bob Bear, there are 3
I don't know if anybody else can actually get in closer, but I can at least hit the shuttles at the spawn point, which do the most damage.
Bob Bear, just try and help with defending one of the generators. As long as one survives it, we're good. If 3 survive it, we're great.
Yep. They're leaving me alone out here.
Transport inhibitor 5 is online. 1 to go.
I'm good out here if you want to grab somebody.
Okay, we get somebody out there. I will head to the spawn point and get his stuff, at least for the middle. We're either waiting 2 minutes for Alpha to get done, or
Well, good. While that's happening, I will
or
change
Alpha needs
outfits.
to activate their third, so we don't know who's going to have what.
They got 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if you had the floaters, though, and you could just float over to the other side and help them out? Does
I
Dot
run
7
out to
repair
help
them?
them.
I don't
All
know.
inhibitors are up and
I don't think Dot 7 repairs them.
All right, let's see if we can do this. Eight seconds to go here.
Attack shuttles incoming. Protect the inhibitors.
Yeah.
One of the inhibitors was destroyed.
Alpha was.
Heads up. An elite squad of Zenkethi is beaming down.
Let me know. Since I'm on floaty mode. we can assimilate the shuttle if you have the assimilate module.
That would be fun.
Their shields are buckled. They won't last much longer. We've lost another inhibitor.
Oops.
Hey there.
Yeah.
You may hit that shuttle.
I wouldn't say no to a little help here.
Shuttles took another inhibitor out. Hold them back.
Send my security boys out every when I can. In seconds.
Ah, I'm gonna lose it.
That did it. They're not sending any more shuttles.
All right. That was close.
Something if you do manual fire, you can still heal it without targets.
Still intact.
How do you do that?
B.
Pardon?
Hit B and just start shooting.
Ow. Okay. Thank you. I will remember that for last time. Or for last time, for next time. No, I probably won't remember it for next time. But in theory, I'll remember it for next time. Yay! We're done with that one until I switch tunes and have to do it on the other one. But maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. You did okay, Bob. We got all three of our side through it.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. All that matters
who
is
knows what
at least
Apple
one
was
of our
doing.
survives.
Mm-hmm.
As a general rule, our side does pretty well on this.
Yeah, we seem to have gotten the art of doing beach assault. Competitive, we're good at.
Well, part of it is we
Usually.
do work well as a team, and everybody has a great idea about equipment.
Mm-hmm. Need like bioessence transfer, get to the first platform. Ooh, target! Die! Oh, look, I don't have to go walk the rest of this. Click. Come on, guys.
That was fun.
Yeah. I was shocked that you could cover that distance.
Yeah, engineers rule. Darn straight. Darn straight. Also on Bug Hunt, it's engineers. Engineers, FTAW.
We can do pretty well for tactical.
Well, yeah, you did. I think I'm the only one playing this today. Apparently I'm the only
Well, I
one
mean,
playing
you'll
this.
get first place.
Yep. Nope, somebody else is there, because it's got a second that popped up.
No, second's going to pop up automatically if nobody else is there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, I win by default. Yay.
Winning by default, still winning.
This is true, but it's not as glorious. Does anybody have any endeavors that they need to run or any patrols they'd like to do? Did anybody get... Well, let's play New Ship tomorrow, since I think a lot of people have it by tomorrow. I did pick it up, and I immediately redid something. Oh, that feels good. Breeze just shifted. So let's play with the new ships tomorrow. Does that sound good?
Yeah. I just gotta figure which main will get the new ship.
Omar Hawkman, you got that one well today.
Look, IT.
So, Bob Bear, do you have any endeavors you need to do? Wolfie? DT, I know you have to leave in a few minutes, but see, we got it done.
I had to kill Voth, I had to kill Zinkethy, and I had to...
I did everything
Destructible
except repair
torpedoes.
shields in space. On the ground, Bob Bear, or in space?
Well, let me see if I can do this right before things come up. Glory to you and your choo-choo.
Hey, there's two people on a surfboard there. No, they've got two surfboards right on top of each other. That looks cool. Very clever.
NPCs because they're flying the same pattern.
But that looked really good. I thought it was people doing it deliberately, which would be very cool. Do you need help killing the undone, Bob Bear? We could join up. We could do this onslaught or an assault. We could get a bunch of stuff done. See, if you're doing Undine, that would be space. We could do Undine Battlezone with you.
Well, there's going to be no we. I should start getting ready to go.
I know. It was kind of the generic we. All of us we.
Or was it the royal we where...
The royal we. Greetings.
We do not have time.
Well, would anybody like to do anything in space so I can repair shields in space? Excuse me for one sec here. Yes, new headphones. Oh, dance off in 16 minutes, so we're going to go do the dance off in 16.
Oh, dance monkey dance.
Might get a choo-choo out of it. I haven't had a choo-choo all day. Except for those of you... Except we got these for the convention. We have our choo-choo shirts. So we can just prove our nerdiness in the extreme.
For a limited time only, I will be awarded.
Let's see if Ed's version works better.
Locate temporal artifacts. There's a bunch. How can I help?
Those kind of feel Ed's missed so much stuff. Hasn't he?
Yes, he has. What the heck? Okay. Clearly, I shouldn't be allowed to look at maps. You're going to have to be the navigator on the trip.
Okay.
You found it.
Okay, well,
Quick, dig it
maybe
up
I
and
can
take
be
it
the
back on
navigator. I
the
did hit it
map.
on the first one.
I suppose the next thing.
Well done. How can...
Yeah, so you're looking at the big crate thing tomorrow.
I'm looking at what for tomorrow?
The big container thing.
The big ship thing? Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I'm going to go to Lowe's tomorrow and look at that. I saw a couple at
There's a bunch of
Home
tech. How
Despot,
can I help you?
but not that specific one. Unfortunately, I have to heal my own shields. That would be way
Anything
too
interesting?
easy.
Anything interesting at Home Despot?
A smaller one.
Smaller isn't going to help.
Well,
Uh,
I was actually looking for something else, so just kind of
Ah,
on the way to going there.
yeah. Yeah, I'm debating whether to get my phone.
Bob
We'll
Bear,
see.
are you playing? You're going to head out?
It's about 10 till, so yeah, I gotta start getting ready.
Okay.
As much as I don't want to.
Yeah. I don't think this is the right one.
But yeah. I do know one way or another I will get my miracle worker officer I need.
If you have to shoot somebody to get the money. Oh, that's what we do all the time in this game.
Shoot people all the time in here. I shoot people all the time in the Star Wars game. I shoot people in Neverwinter. I ain't got no problem shooting somebody.
Musin, he
Depending
wants
on
to
the
get
environment.
24 of 47, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, I need 19, I need 24, technically, for my thing, and then 39. Need 3
You
Borg
found it.
officers
Quick,
for
dig it up and
various
bring it back to
builds.
me at my camp.
If you have 24 of 47 Musin, sell it. It's worth. Well, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want to with it, but
Well
that's
done.
worth a fortune
How
at the
can
moment,
I
isn't
help
it?
He is.
What's he going for?
Let me jump back in.
You don't have to. I can go look.
Okay, go look.
I'll go look.
When I first did the list, he was around 400 million.
Okay.
Say, friend, there's a bunch of tech. How can I...
I don't know if he's gone up or down, but
Hey, are you still on Twitch, DT?
uh,
Don't worry. I'll grab it.
I'm jumping. I can jump back on.
No,
real
it's
quick.
okay. I'm just going to move us into a public channel since it's going to be...
Oh, yeah. Technically, see, I still am.
Okay.
Yeah, it was here.
Now people can join us if they'd like to.
My brain blew up on me.
Oh, 180 million.
0.4 isn't bad.
Of course, somebody's asking over 300 million. Somebody's asking just shy of 600 million. So some people are crazy.
Yeah, I almost have the 180 for that one.
There you go. I've got it, but I've spent enough money this year. And to buy one tune for that amount is just insane. Nah?
Here I am.
Hi, how are you doing, Musin?
Oh, I'm good.
That's good.
You know, under circumstance, but let's not discuss that.
Okay.
So it was at Handle Darkthorn, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you
Okay. You're
do you
not
have
online,
it?
or did we like?
He's got to go deal with some personal stuff this evening, so he just joined us for a little bit, and now he's got to leave.
Oh.
I know, real life sucks.
I know. I can jump back on for a minute. As somebody creaks open the door.
Quickly, dig it up and bring it back to me at my camp.
They have to be there at 6. It's half hour to get there.
There we go. Now I'm at 498 duty officers.
Oh,
Yay! I have space for 2. And there you go.
Wow. That's really nice of
120.
you.
124.47.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, that will be a very good point for me.
Well done. How can I help you?
Yeah. Like, wasn't my only one.
Oh my God. What did you do to get all of them?
Open boxes, use keys,
Jeez,
you know,
wow,
open
wow.
the things I get.
I don't get things like that when I open boxes.
No, but I tried for a while with keys to get the
Okay.
Borg
Say, there's a bunch of
Juggernaut
How can I help
thing.
So,
Right, so yeah, I got a bunch of them that I'm not
it's
using.
Wolfie. Hi, Wolfie.
The one I needed, though,
Yes.
that's the one I didn't get.
Of course. It's always that way.
I know that feeling. I mean, I got
I
stuff for
had-
command, which I started using. I got pilot ones, which I don't
I
know.
had to spend 350 million
I
energy
believe that.
credits to get
I
it
believe that.
at the time. No, I have it, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. But it's the one that both skills stack critical things. You know, it's pretty much a DPS.
Crit chance crit, and I believe that was command one.
Well done.
Yeah.
No,
It was like tactical command or something.
yeah.
I'm not even sure it was fake. It was the one everybody wanted because it was the one that.
2747 intel, so you have to run intel for one
Yeah,
for
yeah,
crit
but
chance. And
I'm running Intel.
Say,
Yeah.
friend, there's a bunch of
the current ship I'm running is Miracle Worker, so
Now I have a miracle worker too, but like the one that is Intel, it's like Intel and tactical, and
Yeah.
both of them stack crit.
yep.
Yeah.
Whereas this one I can do power levels, and I could, in theory, run dilithium recrystallizer on this.
Of course, after I bought 27 of 47, and I was still after the Borg Juggernaut, which hadn't dropped. You know what happened?
You got another
I
one?
got
You got
27 of 37,
Oh
or
my gosh.
47 twice, and I sold both of them for 500 million.
Should
Well,
just
prices
buy the
had gone
Juggernaut
up.
at that point.
Yeah, I did buy the Juggernaut with that money,
Yeah, absolutely.
but I have
but-
box, and I'm currently opening more with keys that I'm earning off the exchange for the most part.
Say, friend,
Off the
there's a
exchange?
bunch of
How do you earn things
Yeah.
off the exchange?
Well, again, I opened a bunch of stuff and I sold it. And
Oh,
I'm
trading
pretty
from off the
much
exchange.
selling the right resources and making a profit. Because I'm not actually grinding. I'm buying and selling resources to make a profit. And yeah, I'm using my converted dilithium from the event to upgrade the odd random weapon here or there
Mhm.
to increase its value from 250,000 to 50 million.
Thank you, Musin. By the way, I gotta get going. I will catch you all.
All
I'll
right.
try to jump on my phone in a bit, but we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see how that goes.
I hope that works.
I hope it does too.
Okay, well, we'll talk to you hopefully in the not too distant future.
Probably
Next-
about a half hour or so before I can jump back on. So, yep, we'll
Okay,
see.
doke. Drive safe,
All right.
though.
I will.
So DT is off to do real life stuff. So Musin, how are you doing these days? Aside from whatever is going on there.
Well, what's going on is I got dumped by my girlfriend.
Ah,
Quickly,
that
dig it up and
sucks.
bring it back to me at my camp.
So two things. One, I hadn't gotten like I was invested in a real life thing. I was taking it serious,
Wow.
Well done.
but
Well,
I
how
didn't
can
let
I
it
help?
like hurt me
Yeah.
because I wasn't. I was still on in that period where I'm like watching myself because this might blow up any minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everything seemed fine on Monday evening when she went to bed.
Ah.
Tuesday, she
Well
logs
done.
on and
Well,
it's
how
like,
can I?
I'm leaving you because I'm not happy. Bye. And this, she didn't want to discuss it with me. No, she immediately went to somebody else to start, a relationship with that person.
That
So that all happened
sucks.
behind my back.
Of course it did. That's sucky.
Mm.
I'm sorry that women do that.
Friend,
Ladies,
how can
don't
I
do
help?
I
that.
told her, you know, if there's something, talk to me. If you're not happy, I can change things about the relationship, right? If she wants more or less attention, doesn't matter. But she has to tell me.
Yeah.
If she doesn't tell me and she's unhappy, she's going to remain unhappy because I don't know.
I-
And it's hard online. In real life, you can look at each other's eyes and you can see somebody's keeping something and might not truly be happy. But online, that was such a
You
difficult
found
thing.
it. Quickly, dig it up and bring it back to me at my camp.
Online relationships are really difficult, and
Well
I
done.
just know somebody who
How
goes
Well-
through relationships online, and I feel like he gets used because there's no face to
I-
face.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that really sucks.
Yeah, because of course I know a bunch of people and I hear stories.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, did you
Well
did you
done.
stop
How can
like giving her like little gifts and spoiling her? And then I'm like, she didn't say anything about that, but she
Yeah.
really was gold digging me. Then that
Yeah.
might be a good explanation of why
Yeah,
suddenly
exactly.
she wasn't happy.
Yeah,
'Cause this month, because of the summer
There's a bunch
vacation
of them.
and
How can I?
I had to invest here and there some money. I was really short on cash. So for the last week that we were together, I had nothing. I couldn't like give her any online gift or
you
little
shouldn't
program.
have to give somebody an online
No,
gift.
I know, but I couldn't take her shopping for clothes online.
You-
And
Oh.
like
Okay,
she probably disliked that fact.
don't take. Oh man, don't buy presents for people. I know that sounds really
I do
weird.
all the time.
Yeah, but
I
don't.
do all the time. I'm
The
nice
limited
like that.
time
If
rewards
I
It's
know
not-
I can make
still seek out artifacts,
somebody
but only
happy
for the
and
standard
I
allowed.
myself don't suffer for it, I'll make
Yeah,
someone
but
happy.
it's so hard to tell then when somebody's just using you, and you deserve
Yeah.
better than that. And this is true for everybody.
No, but it's the same mentality that just made me give off the DT, even though that thing's like almost 190 million.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he needs one. I got 3. Here you go, have one. He's
Okay.
happy. Cost him 0. Cost me, well, nothing really. But
Well,
it
I will
cost
say
me
that's a
the-
little different if you just want to give somebody something out of the goodness of your heart.
You
But in a
found it.
relationship,
Quickly, dig it up and bring it back to me.
it
Yeah,
gets
but-
so difficult.
in a relationship, I am me. So if she's like, oh, I like that pretty dress for my avatar, I'd be like, here you go, have a pretty
Okay,
dress for your avatar.
that's a
You know?
little different, a dress for an avatar versus taking somebody out and buying them stuff. I know
Yeah,
somebody who went
no,
out and bought
but
real gifts for somebody, and don't do that.
no, it was all avatar stuff.
Okay.
But
But
that
it's
starts adding up.
yes,
when
it
you're
does.
when you look at your, expenditure and go, well, that's $100 worth of avatar clothes in a month that she,
No.
consumes.
Our Hockman says, one observation I've made is quite often you simply don't have a good idea as to what to give people. This is true. I have been married for, what month is this? 39 years and 10 months. Almost 39 years and 11 months. What is the one thing my husband has given me that was the ultimate present that showed me he knows me and understands who I am? It's a life-size cutout of Patrick Stewart. Of everything I've ever gotten for a present from my husband, that was the one gift that blew me away. I know it cost him like $50. It wasn't expensive, but that was the ultimate
if
present.
I had to give a gift like for your birthday or something, I'd probably come up with like, oh, I don't know, a pack of expensive blue hair dye. Be like, yeah, this is some good quality hair dye. Here you go.
Yeah, it's the thoughtful things where you have to think about something that makes for a great present. You need to know what the person needs and wants and doesn't already have. Yeah, I found a perfect present for my husband. I actually need to get it ordered for Christmas because it's going to take 6 months to get ready. And it's because I figured out presents for him that were perfect, and he's been like, eh. Okay, I've had made arrangements for him to go to Florida to watch a launch of one of the SpaceX. And he was like, eh. But you love that stuff. Yeah, but I don't really want to go to Florida to see it.
And I got like, okay, so it's legal here. I got a bag of marijuana for my birthday from my mom.
For your mom or from your mom?
From my mom.
Mom's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, it's not like something that lasts forever, but hey, I had a good time smoking it. So, she knows me.
Yeah.
And that and bunch of stock from like expensive brand.
It's interesting that I can go 100 miles that way and it's perfectly legal. I can go 200 miles that way and it's legal. It's not legal here. So I can't have any, I don't smoke anyway, but if I were to, let's say, go to Illinois and get high, buy it legally, smoke it legally, can't drive, but I wouldn't drive anyway. But to bring it back here to where I live, it's illegal.
Okay, so this is not to be taken like a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a bad thing, but driving instructor here told my friend who was, a smoker,
Yeah.
like, if you have to, drive and take lessons and everything, and you're already a stoner before you got your driver's license,
Yeah.
get it while you're stoned.
Really? Why?
Because that's the way they're used to being while driving.
Oh.
If they are sober, get their stuff, and then go driving stoned, and their reactions are off, and they're not used to that, that's when accidents happen.
Rockman, one thing I've seen is situations where someone tries too hard to get a great gift and fails because they made incorrect assumptions and spent way too much on something that wasn't actually a good gift. That's true.
Yeah. For example, me, when I get really nervous, really worked up, to calm myself, I smoke some marijuana. And then I go into the job interview.
Okay, can I tell you guys a story about somebody going to a job interview high? I ran a division of a blood bank for a national, actually international company, and they were trying to expand out to the United States and put privately run blood banks in every hospital in the U.S., which is actually a great idea, but very expensive to do it and comply with the FDA regulations. But I had a team that was going to be available to fly out to cover the two facilities we had for our trial run. And one guy from California was doing a telephone interview with me. And he comes on and he starts the interview with, "It wasn't my fault." Okay. I've got a card for it, so it's perfectly legal. I just needed to take a nap during the surgery. So I went into the back room and I, fixed myself up with the oxygen mask so I wouldn't get overly sleepy and get some good rest. And I figured they'd just call me when they needed me back in the OR. And I'm
All
thinking
right.
you'd like to be on my basically elite on moment's notice flight to any place in the country team. This is probably not your best interview, dear.
No, you shouldn't say that you fell asleep while working because you got high.
Yeah, don't get high in the
Now,
surgery in the first place. Not when you're a nurse.
yeah, that's completely different. Like I used to break down the market stalls at the end of the day on a street market 6 days a week. Rain or snow or sunshine, didn't matter. I had to do that job. Now, the positive thing was I could be high as a kite doing that job. Because all I do is some heavy lifting from here to there and then put it on there. But like if I had the responsibility to pay attention, right?
To the robot.
Yeah,
This is
of course.
kind of monotonous, mindless drone kind of work. So yeah, I could totally be high. So yeah, then you do your job interview high, and if they don't want you, then yeah, okay, then not.
Do the leg kick.
But I always look for employer who does not care if I'm, high or not.
With what we do,
As lo-
they care.
As long as the job gets done
To the
properly.
snake.
Now, I do say some professions just do not allow for,
Yep.
uh, the wiggle room.
Yeah.
Some professions doesn't matter because, you just have to do your thing.
Woo! Wave your hand.
I can see that for some jobs. Some of the ones I've had, yeah, I can see it. Mar Hawkman, have you ever thought when somebody gives you a gift that you're completely meh about, but they think they've done a lot of legwork on it, and like it's your circumstance there, that maybe they are just doing a reflection of their own thoughts? Well, I really like the show, and I mentioned it to him, and he didn't say, "Oh, that sucked," so he must have loved it as much as I do.
Do the running
Yeah.
man.
It's like I love Star Trek,
Mm-hmm.
and if someone would give me like, say, a season DVD box, right?
Yeah.
They can make me very happy with TOS,
Do the running man.
with Next Gen, with Deep Space Nine, with Voyager, provided it's not one of the ones I already have from Voyager. But if they come walking up to me and put down Discovery, for example,
Do the leg
it's Star
kick.
Trek, but I don't enjoy it. Like,
It's Star Trek,
not like
but not
I
as we know
enjoy
it.
the other shows, right?
Yeah, I totally get that. So,
Even though it's exactly the same thing. It's a DVD
the
box
side
with the
step.
season of, the sci-fi I love.
yeah, well, it's when people see the name Star Trek, they assume, well, it's all Star Trek. It's like when you see somebody who gets Star Wars and first three, awesome present. Second three, oh, that's nice. Third present, why don't you love me?
Do the snake.
It's like, you give Star Wars to someone, you give the original trilogy.
Yeah.
You come up with the prequel trilogy, be prepared to see a disappointed face.
Do the leg kick.
Definitely.
And then I don't even want to go into the Disney thing.
Nope,
'Cause
nope. Speaking of sequels and weirdness, I got an email today from some Star Trek official organization about Star Trek Prodigy. What the heck is that?
Prodigy. Oh, isn't that the show with Janeway
It's a cartoon?
that's coming? Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it looked stupid, but I thought Lower Decks looked stupid too. So what the hell do I know?
Yeah, it's the animated series, the one that's coming out,
it looks
where it's got
looks
Catherine
bad.
Janeway and a bunch of randoms. Whoa, what a cast! But yeah, that's the new show that they
Do the
were
side step.
getting Kate
Okay,
Mulgrew
yeah.
back for.
Well, like I said, I was surprised that I wound up liking Lower Decks because I didn't like it the first time through. And there still has issues. I wish they would just not jam their dialogue right on top of each other.
Do the side
But at least it gets it. I mean, it's the same reason I like the Orville. It gets it. Versus, I don't think Discovery got it.
No, Discovery did not get it. Not at all.
Woo! Wave wave your hand.
It's like I describe Star Trek porn. It's porn and you put two Star Trek characters' names on it, but it's not about them. It's just about the intersections of some bodies. So I've never been really fond of Academy-style movies. My son describes them, or was afraid that the reboot of Star Trek was going to be, as he described it, Jimmy Kirk and the Sorcerer's Badge. And it turned out to be pretty good because it didn't focus on the Academy except for, those last few days. Which is so nice not to see that same old thing over and over and over.
Well, they kind of did get it right with the Kelvin verse on how they...
It was an interesting
wanted
retake on it.
to-
There are some aspects I really liked to it.
Yeah, but wanted to show the crew getting together from the start, but not overdoing it. Like, not too much Academy, not too much boring stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And keep the flow of the story going and moving to where you really want to be on ship. Right? That was the thing.
Okay, so
Why?
why are they calling it Prodigy, though?
It's because it's a bunch youngsters or something, I heard.
Well,
And like Janeway is going to have to lead them on their
because we
I
trust
heard
Janeway.
rumor at the start, right?
Yeah.
So what I heard as rumor of the stories is a bunch of kids, they get a starship working again, and then because there's nobody else, Janeway sorta like takes them under her wing because they have to go right into the thick of things, just like with SDO with your character, right? Except instead of you becoming the captain, Janeway takes up command of your ship.
Okay.
At least that is the rumors I heard about it.
I'm just looking at the characters, the art of it. Is this set
Yeah,
after
I'm
Star
looking.
Trek Insurrection? I have no clue. I will take a look
This
here.
is pretty much set after, of course, Janeway gets back to the quadrant.
Okay, let me give you the wiki on it. Star Trek Prodigy is an upcoming American animated TV series created by Kevin and Dan Hagman for Paramount Streaming and Nickelodeon. Blah, 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 blah. It's in Kurtzman's universe with Catherine Janeway and a bunch of people we've never heard of.
Can I say whatever that slime thing is? It's a ripoff of Yaphet.
Yeah. Yep. In the events
that
after
is-
Star Trek Voyager set in 2383, a motley crew of young aliens must learn to work together to use an abandoned starship and search for adventure in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah, see? So, yeah, and it's like Janeway has to come over and captain them.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything here. Okay, it's kind of hard to gauge the age level here.
Yeah,
They're going for the same audience as Legend of Korra, and I don't know that.
okay, so that's about 14 to 16-year-olds, I guess.
Could be.
Yeah. Okay, maybe 12 to 16. But, yeah, high schoolers.
Yeah, it doesn't really give much more into it than that. So 2383, let's see, when does... Well, this is set in 2410, 2411, so this would be 20 years before Star Trek Online. Do we want to do another power board race? Nah, we've done power board races. All right, would anybody like to do anything? Ooh, it is very quiet tonight. So tomorrow we're going to open up our new ships and start playing with them. do some builds on it and see what we can do. Maybe we should do a contest for everybody who's got their new ships tomorrow. Do your favorite build on it. Let's see what we can do for DPS. We'll go do ISA and see who's got the best DPS out of the box.
There's a bunch of how can I help you today?
I'm waiting for a friend of mine to respond. I just showed him the cast and what the name of like the blob thing is. It's Murph.
Murph.
And that's the thing that we've been saying to each other for years as a greeting.
Murph?
Yeah.
That's a
As
greeting?
a sort of hello.
I see.
Yeah, we've been using that word as a greeting for, I don't know, all about 5 years now, as long as I've known the guy.
Interesting.
So it's kind of funny. I'm
You found
showing
it.
him the
Quick,
character.
dig it
It's
up
like,
and bring it back to me at my camp.
lol. Yeah, he hasn't realized though. He's not seeing it or something.
Ooh, crowded here today. Well, when this is done, I have to go do some shield repairs in space. If anybody would like to join me for, I think we could do a patrol. Or we could do a TFO, or we could go off and do one of everybody's endeavors.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
I should.
Endeavors. Oh,
Do you ever play games like Warhammer?
the only Warhammer I play is a video game.
Okay. Which one do you play, out of curiosity?
Vermintide 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am Carillion, Elven Archer. Having slowly started to understand the lore, I'm like, oh my god, how could I have ever chosen the Elven Archer knowing what I know now? Like, that is so bad. I should have gone for Saltspire with like the nail through his head to give him the lobotomy so that he's all like, praise Sigmar.
Hey, Sigmar's fun. It's, I will say that Age of Sigmar is a little bit more story cohesive than just Warhammer, the original one, in my opinion. But I still prefer 40k to Age of Sigmar.
Yeah,
But that's me.
I'm looking at that and I'm just like, so Sigmar is like the one lost the one lost one, right? God, terminology. I'm not so
I'm not sure where you're going
fond
with
of 40k. Like, you have the Emperor, he has like his quote unquote children, and one of the lost children of the Emperor is probably Sigmar, is what I figure.
No. The children, his children, are known. Sigmar isn't one of them. Might be a father to the Emperor, though, because of the time frame. You know, you could think of it that way.
Actually, I'm thinking of it at a planetary scale of the warp and everything, and I'm just seeing a very backwater planet rather than a modern planet set in pretty much the same universe.
Yeah, but there's such a time
Because
frame
the
difference.
the warp is already a thing. So I'm thinking, the Emperor is already sitting on his throne.
Yes.
And one of the things is that one of the Emperor's children is lost, right?
But no,
they
Age of
don't know
Sigmar,
where-
the Emperor isn't sitting
No.
on the throne yet. That's a long time in the future.
Well, I'm thinking that it's actually not. And that Sigmar is that one lost child who ended up on that world.
Okay, once I find this, I'm going to have to Google that, because I don't know that there's a tie-in yet. Bearing in mind that the Black
I
Library doesn't necessarily go with canon. Wow, that was good.
Pick it up and bring
the
it back to me.
the things I've heard so far make me believe that Sigmar is that lost child of the Emperor. You know that he's got like all his brothers and sisters. They're like pretty much known. All of them have a name. Even that lost one has a name, and it's not Sigmar. But little Sigmar could have had the Goku syndrome where he got knocked upside the head and forgot his true name.
Okay, are 40K and Age of Sigmar are connected? Given that they're canonical, unique beings that exist in both, the answer is yes. They share some units. The demon factions are in 40K. Slaanesh is strongly associated with the elves, especially the Dark Elves. Be'lakor, blah, 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 blah.
My actual theory about that is that someday we're gonna get the reveal that Sigmar is that lost child of the Emperor, and it was all the time playing in the same time frame.
That will be interesting. Okay, so the unknown Primarch of the Second Legion, but he gets killed before we get to the Heresy, so that's way on early. Lionel Johnson, Fulgrim, Perturabo, Chagatai Khan, Lehman Russ, Rogel Dorn, one of my favorites. Conrad Kurtz, I don't know him. Sanguinius, Ferris Manus, the unknown Primarch of the 11th, Angron, Robite Gilliman, Motarian, Magnus the Red. I love Magnus the Red. Horse Lupercal, Horse, of course, being Horse.
My
Lorgar,
theory is
Vulcan,
that-
Corvus Corax, and Alfarius and Omegon.
My theory is that Sigmar is one of the Primarchs as well.
Okay,
And
so there's
that-
really two options there, which is the unknown Primarch of the 11th or
Yeah,
the unknown
I think
Primarch
it
of
was
the
that one.
2nd. But both of
No,
them...
I think it was the 11th, but I'm not sure. Like I've heard a lot of lore videos playing on my roommate's YouTube because
Well-
he's very into Warhammer.
What about a concept of him being one of the... let's see. If you want to go that way, it might be that he is an incarnation of one of the Primarchs, but the Primarchs are supposed to be of the seed line of the Emperor, which means they wouldn't have existed before the Emperor. And the Emperor...
And that's just my theory is that the world that Age of Sigmar plays on
Good night, Wolfie.
exists somewhere in the 40K universe. Is one of the worlds that just hasn't been connected through the lore in any of the media that corresponds with it, but that the creators have ages ago already decided like how that was connected. And I'm thinking it's just a planet somewhere and not actually a different time frame. It's just a planet in a different stage of development.
You could be right. As Mar Hawkman points out, this has been left open. It's not well defined for the 2nd and the 11th. They're just dead. So, one discussion about this that I saw mentioned is that Games Workshop made an intentional hole in their lore, leaving an opening for players to fill in the blank. Yeah, I think they could have done that. Yeah, they actually could have done that.
But that's just my theory about it. That Age of Sigmar is just a planet and not an actual time frame. And hey DT, welcome back.
Is that you, DT? You're a little hard to hear, but we will do our best to listen in. So we're talking Age of Sigmar and Warhammer. Because, why not? There's a good crossover for you. Somebody writes an Age of Sigmar or Warhammer 40K Star Trek Online crossover.
It'd be interesting to use some sort of truthfully looking at this.
Boy, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Try that again, DT?
Yeah, hang on, really.
Yeah. No worries. Zilla 1954. I feel like a level 1 nerd in a room of level 60 nerds. So much lore of Warhammer. I only know Warhammer. Well, okay, I know Warhammer because my son works for them, but that's a different story.
Okay, Scylla, I've only played Warhammer Vermintide 2. Every ounce of lore that I am spouting here is pretty much what I've picked up from people who are actually into Warhammer's lore deeply. I have never played the games as they came out, even though I could have. I never got in depth with the rules or the lore. I just know what I know from YouTube videos of people who've done
What's
lots and lots of breakdowns.
What's really interesting about the lore for Warhammer is that there's the game, obviously, but in the body of the game, you don't have to know the lore to play it. And then there's the entire Black Library, which is the canonical and somewhat maybe not quite so canonical lore. That's, the storytelling that the writers do back in England. And so that gets really interesting because it's not necessarily written by one person. In fact, it's not written by one person. So somebody writes a story, and the next person comes along and they add to it, and it's kind of like fill in the blank. It's a bit of Mad Libs, I swear. So how do we fill in this blank? How does this tie into this? So you get really good stories like in the horse. Oh, great, thank you. In the Horus Heresies, a lot of stuff is going on, and it then says this small thing happens, and somebody else is like, oh, well, I'm going to go write that book. And they do. They go off and write the next book, and then the next person now has to try and figure out all those loose ends and weave them together. So as each person comes along, it gets more and more complex and convoluted. But because it's all written by different authors, is it canon? Yeah. Is it nerdy? Yeah. But then I'm a nerd. What can I say? You're a little easier to hear now, DT.
I really have to focus.
I timed out. Right in the middle of a Horgon hunt, I time out.
This game is perfect. Has no bugs whatsoever. Only features.
Well, the feature for this one is it's teaching me patience. I'll bet you that's the wrong tune, too. So, Mark Huckman says, it's almost as hard to make a cohesive whole as the Star Trek story in the TV shows. Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. Ooh, Mech Warrior.
And problems with being a very TV shows, they do something and they touch people. I don't like this. It's not how it's fair.
It's still hard to hear you, DT. I'm so sorry. I know you want to be chit-chatting here, and it's very, very difficult to hear you.
Yeah. I can't make heads or tails of any of it.
Okay.
Oh, that sounded
We
a
heard
little
that
bit better.
part.
I actually heard the words let me try
Nice.
instead of just something that was muffled by a tin can.
The joy of trying to do it while you're driving and joining us on Discord off of a phone.
Yeah, technically I need to probably get better stuff, but
Well, that's a little bit better at least.
I kind of got the phone reflecting stuff a little bit, so hopefully that's what happens.
So let's see. Zilla says, my star was in the old PS game, Legend of the Horned Rat, I think was the name. As for a tabletop, I was more of a mech warrior. Have you ever played mech warrior in the battle pods, where you actually climb into the gosh darn battle pod? That is blast.
I play Mech Warrior online sometimes. I used to watch the old cartoon.
There's a cartoon of mech warrior? Really?
Yeah?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was.
Wow.
And at some point in the new season, they upgraded like their animation style and like everything to be more, modern. And they brought in the clans, and that kind of,
Ooh, sweet.
it plays in the moment that the clans return.
Okay, Mar Hawkman, novels for Warhammer. I started out reading the Caiaphas Cain books. I still love them. Those are my faves. But I got into Magnus the Red, and the name of that one eludes me. The Horus Heresies. My son's been buying me the Age of Sigmar books, which are okay. But I'll take Dan Abnett any day.
He's a good writer.
Yeah, I like him.
I think I read some of his work in comics when he was done good, and he does good stuff.
It's interesting. A lot of the authors for Black Library write under pseudonyms because they're legit authors in other fields. Not that you're an illegit author if you write for this. It's just, you know how the English are.
Actually, it's based on Mech Warrior, but it's called BattleTech.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Battletech. Yay. I love Battletech. Either MechWarrior or BattleTech has a tabletop version, which to me is the most boring thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
It's a big mech version. It's a mech version of Warhammer, basically.
Oh, hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to do that. Bleh. Hang on. I don't want to do that. I picked up the wrong game. I don't want to do that game. I can pick you up later. I wanted to do the Horgon hunt. I guess I've done the Horgon hunt. Okay, we'll pick you back up.
Say, friend, can I get you? There's a bunch of. How can I?
When I used to drive back and forth doing sales calls, I had most of the, at that time, audio library for Black Library with me, which is, of course, a little light audio while you're driving. Okay, it's not, but I got into it and I just play them over and over and over because, you're driving for 13 hours in a day. Kind of needs something to keep you from driving off the side of a hill. Well, it's not that one. Well, that wasn't helpful. That was not a helpful clue game. Let's see if it's down here then. I hate this beach on the back because there's a couple of hiding spots. Okay.
You found it. Quickly, dig it up and bring it back to me at my camp.
And Zilla, I get nerded out by everybody on different things, so don't feel bad. We all have our little areas of nerd expertise.
Like, I need to freshen up on newer media that might have come out. My favorite, like, nerd lore topic. I'm very into the Macross universe.
Oh, yeah. But that goes way back. That's like classic.
Yeah.
What do we have? We have 2 minutes left. I can't do a Horgon hunt in 2 minutes. I'm aware of that. Would anybody like to do a patrol? A TFO?
I've got
Anything?
enough time to do one ISE before I log off.
I just happen to be on the same tune who can do an ISE. How perfect is that?
Oh, well, hey.
you go,
Even
and
I
we got
can
him
do
using.
ISE.
Let's see, Mark Hockman says, I'm trying to remember the name. I'm not 100% sure, but I seem to remember this old Nickelodeon low-budget TV show that was a mashup of Star Trek and Mech Warrior. Would you excuse me for 1 second? Hello?
Is this the martial arts?
Initial TKD, yes.
Yeah, okay, just wasn't sure, because the way that you say it, I want to make sure it's all their number. So, I wanted to get some information, so we have princess order, and what ages you guys teach.
At this point,
Uh,
continue, or we're not going to start up again after the COVID.
a Canadian science fiction television series on Nickelodeon that aired for 2 seasons.
Yeah, we had to take an 18 months shutdown. They had just turned out to be an optimal time to kind of phase out the program.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Because of budget restrictions, they were using props from Are You Afraid of the Dark and other Nickelodeon programs.
Hello.
Oh, it had Mark Hamill in it. Did it have Mark Hamill in it?
Wing Commander.
Wing
was
Commander
animated.
had Mark Hamill in it, yeah. It did.
No,
Yeah, but that was
the,
animated.
the
No.
series.
No, in the-
Space Cases.
Space
the TV
Cases.
budget show. That had Mark Hamill in it.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh
Some
my
guy
God.
named Pell.
Created by Peter, David, and Bill Mooney. That's amazing. Do you guys know, you all know who Bill Mooney is, but do you guys know who Peter David is?
Someone who's greedy and decided to have 2 names.
He's
Like Star Trek Download had a
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Darkmom had an incredible run on the Hulk for several years.
Exactly. He's written quite a few Star Trek novels.
What's going on with DT's audio? Sounds like he's
on the-
sounds like he's on a flight
He's
somewhere.
on the road. He's on the road, so he's using his phone just to kind of filming everybody what he is.
He is doing this on Discord via phone.
Sounds like he's giving us like bad directions to like a helicopter strike or something in the military. All we need to do is start saying over at the end of it.
You with it, over.
Yeah, Mar Hockman, I think he did write Gargoyles too. Another Star Trek
I
series.
wrote some episodes, but I don't think he wasn't one of the creators of Gargoyles for sure.
All right, so we're going to do one ISC because Boom needs to go to bed.
Let's see, Young Justice, Ben 10, Spider-Man, Edge of Time.
Who would else
Shattered
like to join us
Dimensions,
for ISE?
Aquaman.
I would, but I'm not able to do that.
You're not right around the corner. ISE anybody?
Yeah, me, sorry.
Okay.
I need 2 minutes to finish this flying
No
rise
worries.
nonsense.
No worries. Mar Hockman, Swear I'm Not Wasted. Either of you interested in joining up for an ISE?
You know you won't do. Man.
People are asking if you're calling from the McDonald's drive-through, DT. I think that's a job that would absolutely wear me out. No problem, Mar Hockman. Real life does interfere with our gaming once in a while.
And then
So why are you using your phone again?
Because he's in his
I'm not
car.
home. I'm driving. I'm not home. I had to go grab somebody off the bus and I have to go pick up Patrol. And I got to pick up Patrol stuff while they're doing their stupid whatever the hell it is.
I think I prefer this audio because I can't hear you properly, so it's wonderful.
He's driving and he's using his phone to connect to Discord.
Because he had to do some stuff in real life all
Yes.
of a sudden.
Yes, he had to go out. He's in the middle of nowhere, which is bad enough. But you get into the car and there is no reception. I have driven this and we were talking about it because the drive from where he lives to Vegas, there's like 2 hours of you're in the mountains. There's no reception. Ah.
There's a big load of nothing. Well, I think it's a load of nothing.
Mark Hockman says your connection is better suited for Morse code than voice comms.
Okay, I'm just flipping ships now. Who needs to do what?
So far it's just you, me, and Musin. I'm running tank.
Yeah, we were doing an ISE, right?
Yeah, but he wants to know what we're doing in it. Who's tank, who's control, who's DPS, things like that. All right. Swear is going to join us.
I only have a weak little graph. Well, that's it.
Well, do the best you can. Swear, yeah, absolutely. Jump in and join us. Just let me know which tune you're on. Are you on Kirk's Life?
If we need to, I think it looks like Dimac and K9's online, so if we need some additionals.
Okay. Well, I've got Kirk's Life here, but if we could get one more, that would be great.
We'll see if either of them will join us.
Okay.
So I was just literally jumping on to quickly do the dailies. Do the daily riser, and then see if anyone was online for a quick run, because I was...
Works for me.
There we go, there's Mark.
All right.
I was stupid enough to get into work as early as usual, then look at my calendar and went, oh crap, I've got a meeting at 7
Oh, God.
p.m. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long day.
7 p.m. Oh, that sucks.
I don't mind the later ones, but I usually offset them, because I'm like, I'll just let my guys do it, but this time I completely forgot. So, yeah.
We had a fun one because we're negotiating with a group out of Polynesia. So they called a meeting at a good time for them, but it was 1 in the morning for our guys. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not volunteering to be in that one.
Yeah, that's exactly what this one was. It was a 9 a.m. training call for some of our Aussies.
Oh. Yeah.
So I think it's like, what, 13, 14-hour difference?
Yep,
No?
14 hours.
So,
Well, it depends
yeah,
on where.
Yeah, from Atlanta. Basically, either way, hell of a difference from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
Well, I usually just figure as I'm going to bed, WC's getting up and he's near Melbourne, excuse me.
that's where our office is in Australia.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a big place, so my friend Catherine's out in Sydney, WC's down there, I've got a friend up in Perth. It's just like everybody's every place. Shall I invite Mark B?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? What kind of question is that?
ISE.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
See, that Janeway that you're using there, that's got to be the only ship in this current instance where its hull textures does not look like it's luminous white. I don't know how they've managed to balls up the lighting around Riser.
It's old as hell.
Oh, yes.
It's old and they haven't
it's
fixed
the,
it.
Yeah, it's not the new lighting.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think that, that they're going to fix that one. It's an inconvenience, but it's not the end of the world.
And
Look at the D7 behind you.
Hang on.
Yeah.
My vanity shield is grey.
Yeah, so is mine.
Yeah.
It's weird.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's meh.
I'm looking at mine, and mine is in like a vanity shield, namely the work bees one.
Swear I
And
just
even I
got my
am
ship tonight.
not like, yeah, I'm not as glowy as the rest, but I'm definitely more glowy as before.
Are you guys
I mean,
ready
look-
for me to queue this up?
Yeah.
Because it'll take a few
The
minutes.
light is really not good.
I mean, look at me right next to you. This is meant to be an almost black skin with a few highlights. It's crazy.
Okay.
We will?
We were
We will.
Okay. Yeah, if you look at it out here, the lighting is definitely lower grade. Very muddy. Details lost.
horrific is the correct word, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
If I take my vanity shield off, I'm gonna look horrific too.
Yeah, but we're going to be in a better lighting system in
Because
just
my
a
hull
moment.
is white.
Come on. If they're going to fix stuff, does the lighting around Ryza need to be one of the priorities?
Probably one of the most simple ones compared to some of the other stuff that's
Okay,
fundamentally
yeah.
broken.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect
Yeah.
gameplay as much. And we come back over here and we look beautiful again. Look at that. Look at how
Just
nice we
bit
all
lighter,
look. Look at
bit
that.
better than before.
We're beautiful over here.
Situation is silence.
It's grim. What does the Riemann shield look like? I don't have Riemann shields on this. I don't think I've got it on this one. That does look nice, Swear. Your ship looks lovely. I presume we're going to go the usual way?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Oh, shoot. No, it works better when I actually do it correctly. Ooh, it works better when I've got everything set up, too.
On the edge of dying.
Did we miss something else? We missed something else. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I gotta reset my tray. That's a mess.
Was that the legendary galaxy you were playing?
I believe it is. No. Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to. Yeah, so your damage in was actually less than Muskin and Naughty Kirk.
Yeah, when we set it up the other day, I didn't go through it and do it fully.
Yeah.
We're just looking at dealing with the issue I've got with maneuverability on my other ship.
For me.
Yeah. So top to bottom, 61k for you, Mom. Naughty Kirk 76. Naughty Kirk 247. Mark
Nice.
306, and I got 359, which for an okay run, that's not too bad.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch back to the other one. I like this maneuverability better, but I'm giving up a lot to get that maneuverability back, and I don't know what the workaround is for it.
Do you have the Tachyo slotted?
The tachyokinetic?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got it on the other ship, but I will go take a look.
I generally, whenever I'm running ships, well, almost every ship actually, the Tachyo's a really good way to solve most of your maneuverability problems. I mean, it's never going to be flawless, but...
Yeah, well, there's two issues that I've got. One is inertia. It takes a while to get up to speed, and once I get to speed, it doesn't want to stop. And then you get into the second part. Once you get in position to start pounding on stuff, again, it's going to take forever to get moving, and even with the deuterium, it still takes a long time. Hey, WC, how are you doing? We were just talking smack about you, being on the opposite side of the planet and all that.
Do you have the emergency con hologram? The emergency power to engines?
I believe so, yes.
In fact, that's the other one, isn't it? Deuterium burn.
I've got deuterium.
Yes, so if you've got the...
But I want to go back to the other ship for a sec.
if you've got the cooldown on basic maneuvers,
I got
the
deuterium,
deuterium should be okay.
kinetic.
Okay, so
and
the other one
reactive
is the
arc
Jamam
pad.
Haron. Huh. I don't think I do have it. Interesting. No, I do not have bioneural, and I do not have the tachyokinetic.
The Tachyo's good. I quite like it as much as a lot of people seem to, at the high end at least, that they kind of remove it for whatever reason in favour of some other stuff. I think if you've got a ship that handles like a pregnant elephant,
Yeah, that's this one.
Yeah, there's a lot worse that you could be slotting than that, because it's like, is your turn, the noticeable amount of turn rate, and some crit, and some severity. It's kind of win-win.
The bioneural Marhawkman, I think, is the Lobi, not the one from the Delta Rep. How's, let's see, okay, getting my head around competition ahead of my final subject, working on my employment search. Yahoo! All sounds good. So what I'll probably do with the ship that I've got is just finish out leveling it and then go ahead and tweak it to see if I take it up to an X, retweak it, but you give up a lot on this one. I mean, it's... 4 tactical versus 3 tactical, and that's a lot of the firepower that you're losing. And you gain a little bit of speed, but I just don't know that it's worth it. So, might be one to turn into more of a DPS ship and let the tank lay as it is.
On that note, I'm going to drop off for the evening.
Okay.
Hopefully I can be on properly tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow
So-
we were thinking about dragging out the brand new Rizian ships and goofing off with them and playing with some builds on it.
Oh yeah, you need to check that.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah. You should be close if you're not there yet.
I think I'm probably... I've done it every day, so I'm guessing
You should
tomorrow.
you
Let me
should be there
just-
today then.
let me
If you
just
did it every day,
double-check.
because I did it and picked mine up about 5 o'clock.
Let me log back into the game to have a look then.
Don't forget, once you get the ship, you can immediately go back and do the dailies for 8,000 dilithium.
So at that point, you do it on your other characters.
Well, I always try and find a character who needs the dilithium and let them do the daily on that one.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Do it on the characters that need to build up some dilithium.
Well, you can get the dilithium to move from one to another, but if you've
I
got to
do it.
refine it.
I do it on other characters because of the refinement limit of
Exactly.
8K, and I divide it up between characters
Yep.
so that all of them are refining that dilithium as fast as possible, so I can absorb it into my main character, because that's the only
Exactly.
one I'm focusing on.
I've got
I
one more
don't
day.
care about the rest.
I've told him all about it. He doesn't listen.
Listen, fine. That's why I've got a couple of characters to rotate through. Anyway, I've got a one more day, so I must have missed a day that I've forgotten about. But yeah, going fine, whatever.
That's
Right.
what, 50 lobby
For what?
Yeah.
to do the buyout.
Is it a Lobi buyout or a dilithium buyout? That was a dilithium
Lobi.
buyout. Really?
No, lobby. Yeah, I did a
that
lobby
bites.
buyout.
Well, I'm not going to use Lobby for one day.
Yeah, really.
I'll grab it tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, join us tomorrow. We can do an ISC, and then we can go off and play with the new ships. OMG, I love steak. Me too. How are you doing tonight?
Bye.
See you, man.
Boom. It's good to talk to you. Take care. Do I want to hunt artifacts? No, I do not. Does anybody need to do any endeavors or TFOs or anything like that?
I'm gonna hop out.
Okay. Yeah, it's some crazy hour of
Uh,
the morning for you.
Oh, ding dong! Somebody's standing next to me in SL. Okay, I'm gonna hop out. And,
Okay.
It's not about the time; it's about somebody.
Okay.
talk to me.
Well, go talk to somebody. It was good to talk to you, Muse, and have a good night.
DT tonight.
DT is driving tonight, so he's in the car, and he's been trying to join us by Discord via car.
All right.
This is not a good combination. So he was here for a few minutes, and it was just static and crackling, and then tried again, and it was more static and more crackling. And then I think he finally just gave it up as a lost cause. Which it kind of is.
I imagine it's the best internet around there.
Yeah, well, he lives basically in the desert/mountains, and there's no internet anywhere around him, so it's dicey.
Hmm.
Swear, if you need to run the Universal, we can set up a team, because I have to do it on my other account. We already did it on one account, but we can do it on a different one. Okay, let me switch accounts here. If anybody would like to join us for Draenor Beach. Do you want to go KDF or do you want to go Fed? Because we can't mix it up unless we get 10 people, which means we can't mix it up. I think Complicatus can do it. Let's see if she's got a Lucari toy, though. Some toys. Oh yeah, definitely want that one. Let's give that a try. Just clear some of this out so I don't have to look at flashing green lights while I'm doing this. Okay, so we're going to Federation, if anybody would like to join for Dranur Beach, if you haven't done it yet.
Not sure what Dranor Beach is. Can't remember.
Dranur Beach, you beam into the colony, defend the colony station against a wave of Zenkethi, then you get beamed out to one of the outposts, and you have two, you're either Alpha or Beta. You take out the mortars, you take out Zenkethi, you get to the 3 generators, you activate them, and then you defend them.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see if I've got the toy I want for this one. I do not. Let me see if I've got enough stuff to make the toy that I want. This might work. So the Lucari piezoelectric wrist apparatus, in its alternate mode, heals. So you can use it to heal the generator. Nope, that's not the one I want. Nope, that's already, nope, sit there. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I'm going to try quick fix. So I've got it right there. All right, who else would like to join us for Dranur Beach Assault? Yeah, click on 3 and it goes into when you fire it, you heal, or go into shooter mode, and then you can shoot all the time and keep healing things. Well, thank you, Das Kommissar. And it is now fully cooked. Okay, now I'm going to ask the stupid question. How do you know when you're in support mode and how do you know when you're in healing mode? Yeah, but I don't have a buff on this one, WC. I'd give it to them, but no, they don't get to come on this mission. They're up on the ship grumbling. She's down on Risa. She gets all the fun. Me, Captain. Me. Ooh, ultra rare. Very nice. Anybody else? Dranur Beach Assault? Looks like it's just you and me, so I'm not wasted. Everybody else is going nip, nippity, nip, nip, nip. Wow, it's after 9 o'clock and it's still light. Very light outside. Just amazing. This versus 6 months ago when I'd drive home and it was already dark at 4:30. Just wish it would stay like this a little bit longer, like year round.
We just had the summer solstice, which is like the longest day of the year.
I thought that was like the middle of June.
Well, yeah, I think that's it. We just had
Yeah.
it like last month. Didn't
That was a really nice day because it was light till well after 10 o'clock here.
it? Yeah, it's about half 10, 11 now. But in the winter, it's like dark at about
Yeah.
3:30.
Yeah. I was in Ireland at Christmas 5 years ago. And the plane landed at 4 in the afternoon, and by the time we got the car, it was already getting dark. And of course, I don't know Ireland. They drive on the wrong side of the road on top of everything else. And trying to find our little B&B that we're staying at out in the middle of nowhere. And the woman was very gracious, and she's like, well, you're going to take this road, and when you come to the church, you're going to make a right turn, and we're right up the road from there. And we couldn't even see the church. It was so dark.
Yeah, it's cold, wet, and windy.
Yeah. Oh, my God, the winds. Winds were amazing. And during the daylight, we would go down to the Strand and hike around down there. That was lovely, and go into town. And I actually went to Ireland to meet up with one of my fleet mates, which tells you how crazy I am. All right, so we got our team here, Kirkus Life. It's just you and me. We're in this together. Well, yeah, because people are spending that kind of money. Are you ready, sir? Okie dokie. Last chance, everybody else. Drenur Gauntlet. The enthusiasm is palpable. All right, here we go. Weeble? Keys used to be about 1 million. Yes, I do remember those days. Of course, keys were on sale, and I can't afford them. Well, if you buy them for real money, they're about $1.25 each. Not bad. Oh, wrong. Oh, I queued us for the wrong one. I'm going to bail. I'll eat this one if you want to bail. My bad. It's the second time I've done that. Swear if you want to bail, then I will switch tunes and re-queue us. I do it. I always hit Drenur Gauntlet, not Drenur Beach Assault. I wish they didn't have the same name. Oh, shoot. I want to try that tune, though. Let's try that. See if it'll let me queue for anything. No, I have a penalty. Okay, fine. Fine. All my toys that I wanted to try. Can't try my toys. I will do a different one here. This is not a great tune. Not a great tune either. No, wrong one. Okay. Sorry about that. Ooh. Bob. No, it's because I look at the word Drenur and I'm thinking, okay, how many Drenurs could you possibly have? Well, that's a stupid question because the answer is more than one. grab a Lucari device for this one. Hopefully. What am I short? Short something. I'm short marks. Oh, crud. How can I be short marks? Oh, well, I guess I'm going to do it without that one. Let's see what I've got for good toys. Now we can go that way. That one, pull around bombardment, ambush. We'll try this way and see how this works. Let's give this a shot here. See if I can cue it up correctly this time. Dranur Beach Assault, yes. Shall we go regular, swear I'm not wasted, rather than trying advanced? Be a little bit easier, less likely to screw it up. Or do you want to go for advanced? There is a saying about running the gauntlet. Okay, let's go normal. And if that doesn't cue in a moment, I'll put us on advanced. Which apparently it's not going. Let's try it on advanced. Yes, people are staying away from this one in droves. So running the gauntlet, when people say that, I always think of that sequence from one of the season 1 TNG episodes where Worf had to go down the thing with pain sticks and people were zapping him. And I'm thinking, that's a stupid thing to do. Wee woo? That was one of my favorite sequences for Bad Plot. Actually, that must have been season 2 if I think about it. Bad Plot and less than stellar acting.
I was thinking the name of the ritual for that now.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am here.
You are here. It's one part of the rite of ascension, but it doesn't have a cool name. Well, it's good to hear your voice, Frost. We are DT-less sort of tonight, since he is in the car and he's trying to connect via phone, via Discord, which has not been 100% successful, shall we say.
Well, that sounds like fun.
It was not great. But before we get going...
Zingeti ships have breached our fleet line.
Let me see if I can fix mics here. See if that helps at all. WC says hello.
Hello, WC.
Well, I'm going to go up to the top floor. Oh, I'm on the top floor. I'm going to stay up here on the top floor and do the best I can to defend the station.
What are you doing? Why is this not working? I don't like frickin' G-force. Just irritating for no reason at all.
That's true. That's true. We could do that as a really cheesy, cheap costume. But we would never do cheesy costumes, would we? Unless we
Never,
absolutely...
ever, ever.
Unless we thought we could get away with them. Or we get really, really desperate, which this year, you know, didn't have a lot of money. So not the best costume year we've ever done.
They powered up another transporter. Watch out for more troops.
Okay, that was weird.
Oh, this is so much easier when it's not on advanced.
Isn't that kind of the point?
WC says all good Star Trek is like a good sandwich. Just the right amount of cheese and ham. Cough. Shatner. Cough. 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 Cough.
I
They have
like
a lock on
William
all
Shatner.
3 facilities. They're direct beaming now.
I can't imagine Star Trek being nearly the success it was without him.
It is what it is, both because of and despite the people who were in it.
The computer core has taken heavy damage.
I'm having really strange glitches at the moment. Like my screen will go black for a second, then come back, and I'll like be going backwards for like a quarter of a second. I'll go the right way. It's just weird.
Oh, we've got flaming targs here. Aren't they cute?
Shield is coming online now.
I don't think cute is what they were going for.
They are so cute.
Do, do, do.
They have mortars and shields. Smash through them to reach the inhibitors.
Okay.
Oh yeah, throwing knives are awesome.
Make your way to the first transport inhibitor.
I want his micro torpedo launcher thing. That's my favorite Lex toy.
Well, Polaron bombardment is nice. And I love that it's so selective. It always, even if you're standing there in range, you never get hurt by it. It's always them.
It's so considerate.
It is. Bioselective, like that new bug killer.
Transport inhibitor 1 is now active. Transport inhibitor 3 is working. Keep it up.
So, Mom, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Transport
I've
inhibitor 4
been
now
trying
online.
to maintain a certain mantra for myself. I'm posting to Facebook every day with
Okay.
a different quote from one of the philosophical
Transport inhibitor 5
masters
is
throughout
online.
history.
1 to go.
Okay.
And I wanted to read one and see if you can figure out who's the person who said it.
Ooh,
Definitely heard
okay.
it. But I wanted to know what you think. Every person has a value, not written in stars, but written in sweat, ambition, and experience. So stop looking to the stars to save you. Nothing great was accomplished by looking up.
And you say this is a philosopher.
Yes. Definitely know who they are.
Hmm.
All inhibitors are
Wow.
up and running.
The phraseology is very American. That throws me.
I thought that too.
I don't know.
Not anything to guess.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. It's Plato.
It's Plato? It does not sound like Plato.
Attack shuttles incoming.
It's actually,
Protect
I'm
the
looking
inhibitors.
into Stoicism.
Okay.
And it's one of the things that he is known for is
Yes.
no-nonsense answers to incredibly complex questions.
Well, I'm familiar with Plato. It's just not a quotation I've ever heard from him.
It's just very... I'm finding all sorts of stuff the more energy I put into this. I've been on this for about 5 months now. And I'm taking things from Native American philosophy, from Roman, I like Marcus Aurelius a lot.
Yes.
One of the champions of Stoicism. I like Confucius and Lao Tzu and all those different things. But I'm trying to use it as one of those things to keep me going. I feel like I don't have it on my own.
WC says it sounds like it was put through an ancient Athenian to American translator, and I have to say, yeah, that's kind of the way I take it.
Well, it's not necessarily. It's not word for word.
Well, clearly,
because it's Latin, and Latin to English is not one to one.
I would think it would be Greek.
I'm right. You're right. Greek. I apologize. But it's fairly close. In fact, I could look up the exact translation, but this is what he was going for. So that's what the quote is, and it's attributed to him. So that's what I'm using.
Well, I won't argue with an attribution when I don't know better.
One of the inhibitors was destroyed.
Oh, please don't let it be my inhibitor. No, my inhibitor is still good. Go away from my inhibitor. Flee. Flee, damn you. Flee.
Their shields are bucking. They won't last much longer.
I don't know if anybody's heard or not, but the Delta variant of the coronavirus is actually affecting more people at a more rapid pace than before there was a vaccine.
Yes.
And I happen to live in a state where there were 12,000 positive cases yesterday.
Wow.
And it's more contagious, it's more dangerous, and people are ignoring it just entirely.
I don't know that they're ignoring it, but I think they're at the point where they're just not capable of curing at this moment.
They reinstituted masks in Los Angeles. They're talking about doing the same thing in New York.
Yeah, well, they've got low vaccination rates. This is an issue.
Yeah. But
Good
there's
evening, Mr. Dave.
All sorts of weird conspiracy theories coming out right now. I'm just reading a lot lately, and I figured I would talk about it a little bit.
Well, I am doing fine, Mr. Dave. Let's see if we can keep this one alive up here. Yes,
What
sir.
quest are you
I have.
doing right now?
We're doing Draenor Beach Assault the Universal.
Oh. Do you want some help with that?
Well, it's almost done, thank goodness. We have 17 seconds to keep this last inhibitor alive, and if we can do that, we're done.
that your Ferengi?
That is my little Ferengi, Battle Mom. Battle Mom at at Brondo Moogie.
Makes sense.
Glad you're still with us. We were able to repel the assault force up here. The colony's still intact.
And it's done. Whew, thank goodness.
It's over.
So to answer your question, Mr. Dave, yes. Yes, in fact, Mr. Dave, let me show you what I've been showing everybody today, which is these arrived while I was in Chicago last week. So we got 1 day's worth of costumes.
Choo-choo?
We have our choo-choo shirts.
What is choo-choo?
It is a Lower Decks reference to the choo-choo dance. It's also, if you do the dance here in the game, every now and then it'll pop up with the choo-choo dance. What is it? It's never actually been well defined. It's just there. And I think they'll figure it out one of these days, but it gets to be a little reference, so of course it's there. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Dave says choo-choo. Exactly. I swear, it's more than 100 sometimes. I got 125 the other day and 150 on Friday. So I don't know what the criteria is for getting extra, but yeah, there is extra available. But it doesn't pop every time. Well, thank you, Frost. We appreciate the cheer.
Why not?
Hoot, hoot. So I know you do disaster relief. I have been chit-chatting with Ed, who is smack dab in the middle of the flood areas in Germany. But his town is elevated. They're 130 meters elevation, so they don't have much of an issue with the floods. Am I doing an Andorian costume this year? Only if I can buy one there. This is going to be my year of... We have one outfit that I'm still working on for both of us. We're going to have our choo-choo shirts. We've got our Gorn shirts. And that's all we've figured out so far. We hope that the first night out we'll be able to pick up a couple more shirts, but going super basic this year. I'm not even taking my TNG costume with.
The limited time rewards have
Maybe
ended.
next year.
You can still seek out artifacts, but only for the standard payout.
Well, according to my property estimate, I am at, let's see if I have this right, 39 meters above sea level, where I'm living. It's one of the highest points in the entire state.
Wow.
So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get flooded out. But there's been some incredibly strong rains lately.
I have no idea where we are. I don't think we're very high.
Well, you're living in an apartment, so you probably wouldn't have access to the property value.
Well, I can take a guess.
Well, I don't know very much about Indianapolis.
Okay,
It's a topographical map of the city.
Yeah. Well, Indianapolis is 700 feet. It is a flat state. Actually...
Yeah.
$719 feet,
That's a little bit of a height.
or 219 meters.
It's,
The internet is awesome.
just like 10 stories underneath the Sears Tower, the top of the Sears Tower.
Ugh, Sears Tower.
Other way around.
Let's see. It's not the Sears Tower anymore. It's the Willis Tower.
Yeah. It's people that have nothing else better to do with their time than name really big buildings for no reason.
Hey, if you go to Chicago and you ask people where the Willis Tower is, they'll look at you and ask them where the Sears Tower is, and they'll be, oh, it's right there. Or it's at this address. We do not take well to change in Chicago. This 1729 is the height, but it doesn't say what the elevation is, so...
That is the elevation.
Okay, so Chicago is roughly 594 feet above sea level, so you can add the 1,450 feet, so 2,042 feet at the tip of the tower.
What part of Chicago is 700 feet above sea level?
I said 500 feet. 500 feet above sea level.
Because part of Chicago is at sea level.
No.
Right there at Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan isn't at sea level.
Really?
Yeah. Remember the water funnels into it? Just because it's water doesn't put it. Yeah. Elevation of Lake Michigan is 577 feet.
Wow. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, Swore, that's not fair. You got to choo-choo on the first one. I don't think I've had a choo-choo today, and I've done 4 of these.
Do the robot.
That's crazy.
Do the
Lake
snake.
Michigan is 400 feet, 350 feet above the sea level of Lake Ontario.
Yeah. So if you think about it,
Do the leg kick.
they were etched out during the glaciation period, so dug out of the bedrock there. So basically you've got a deeper bowl or higher sides to it, so it's going to fill up higher.
Do the snake.
I mean, I grew up in Rochester, so I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
all
yeah.
That's all we really talk about. Some kind of weird obsession with New Yorkers, is we have to talk about how cool Lake Ontario is.
Do the running
And it's a cool lake. There's lots of interesting things that happen in it.
Yes, but it's not Lake Michigan.
Didn't say it was.
But that's because I grew up on Lake Michigan, both sides of it.
I think I would have preferred to live. I mean, I don't like Wisconsin or Minnesota or Michigan, but I would have liked to have lived off Lake Superior.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there, but crazy.
Because that's like the coolest lake I've ever heard of.
It is, but the storms there, the lake gets to be unbelievably violent.
Oh yeah, same thing in Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
We get. I used to live in Irondequoit, which if you don't know where that is, it's the closest city to the lake, at least where I grew up, and almost every week I'd see 2 or 3 water spouts coming off of the lake.
Wow.
And I mean, they like evaporate incredibly quickly coming off of it, but at least 80 to 90 days a year.
Wow.
Incredibly violent storms out there on the lake. I was just obsessed with just watching.
Yeah, you definitely want to go up to Lake Superior. Choo-choo dance! Woohoo! Choo-choo!
No, my favorite place, the place that I'm determined to go that I haven't been to yet, is just outside of Caracas in Venezuela. Do you know why?
No.
Because they have a storm, single storm.
Yes, I do know why you want to go there. I have seen videos of that storm.
It lasts for 277 to 360 days.
It is unbelievable.
That's the one thing I haven't done as far as international countries is concerned that I really want to.
That's where I'm not wasted. Says Sharknado storm. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not allowed to go to Venezuela right now.
Yeah.
Because as long as I have a security clearance, I'm not allowed to go to anywhere in South America.
Yep. Yeah. We're not going down there either right now.
Do the robot.
Which sucks, because I got friends of mine live in Colombia right now.
Well, we have a contract coming up that is one of those we can't talk about at once. But it's nobody wants to do this one because it's just freaking dangerous. So it's one of those, can we have the people come here and train them and then send it back over there is our best option.
Well, that's the big thing. Like, get a place in the in Tortuga,
Mm-hmm.
and just watch the storms. That's what I want to do.
Do the robot.
All right, I've been to Aruba. I don't like Aruba. It's way too commercialized. I've been to El Cabo. Been to Grenada. I've been to Trinidad and Tobago. But I've never been to Caracas.
Do the robot.
I've never done, I've done Jamaica, but that's it for the Caribbean for me. But my friend wants me to go down and spend a week in the Caribbean with him. He's down there right now.
Hmm.
Do the snake.
Yeah, as long he doesn't want to go in the water. He doesn't like going in the water. I don't mind swimming, but I don't want to go on a cruise. So it's one of those. So what are we gonna do for a week? Sit on the beach?
When I first retired, that was my wife said I want to go to the Caribbean, and so we went to the Caribbean every year, 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been to the Bahamas, to Cuba, to Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, just Jamaica, all over the place.
Do the snake.
I have to say, my favorite island out of all those, though,
Yeah.
St. Lucia.
Really?
I really like St. Lucia. There's so much to do on that island.
Raise the
They have some
roof.
really rare birds there.
Ah, that would be good. I would love to go someplace where we could. I don't want to do camping. My friend loves to camp, and I'm like, no. He goes, well, I'll go camping, and we'll find a luxury hotel for you, and then we'll go do things during the day, and I'll go out and camp at night, and you can go stay in the hotel during the nights, and we'll just get back together and do stuff during the days.
Camping isn't safe in the Caribbean.
He's done
Lots
it.
of-
I presume he knows where he's
Do
going.
the snake.
Just
Oh,
not
no
my
doubt.
cup of tea.
It's not safe. There's too many weird things that happen in the Caribbean.
Yeah. So, WC, are you still out there?
Do the leg kick.
Actually, the island I would like to see is the one that had the volcano a couple of years ago.
Do the snake.
Which one is that?
This is a good question.
Was it Haiti?
No, it's
Because I know
not
Haiti
Haiti.
had an earthquake in 2011.
Ooh. St. Vincent.
St. Vincent was closed when we wanted to go there.
Yeah, because they had a volcano. Pretty much destroyed a good third of the island. People
that
are
makes
just
sense.
kind of living in refugee camps, even though it's been there for 10 years.
I mean, that's one of the ones I wanted to go to, and it
Yep.
never ended up happening. Now I know why. I
Yeah.
didn't actually know that.
Yeah, the I think it was Port Royal, whatever the capital was right in line with one of the pyroclastic flows, and they had evacuated it, but now it's buried under like 20 feet, so you just see the tops of buildings sticking out. No, St. Vincent. Isn't Cinnabar a deadly compound? Isn't that mercury sulfate?
I don't know.
Raise the roof.
But I like volcanology. That's why I'd like to go there.
So I want to go to like Hawaii. So
I love
most
Hawaii.
active in the world.
I have been to Hawaii but when we were there, I was young,
Relentless.
and they just had volcanic flow on the Big Island, and of course my parents were like, "Oh, we can't go see that." I'm like, but that would be so cool.
Just dance.
They're not going to let you go up and do anything dangerous. Well, not particularly dangerous.
Just dance.
Yeah, I don't do the Pokemon thing. Though one of my friends here did do Pokemon Go for a while for exercise during the whole shutdown.
Dance.
Lost like 20 pounds running around chasing Pokemon for weeks on end. It's a pretty good use of it. We are done with that.
Gotta do one more dance.
One more,
Not
just
done.
one more dance. Okay, in Pokemon Red Blue, the Fire Gym and most fire types live on Cinnabar, but between that game and Gold Silver, the volcano, hidden under the island, erupts and destroys half the island. That's cool. You can tell I don't play that. Cinnabar, though. Toxic mercury sulfide.
There's nothing dangerous about mercury sulfide.
Oh, yeah. Once used as a pigment in paint. Good.
Well, I mean, they use lead for most paints during the 1500s and 1600s.
This is true.
Say, friend, there's
In
a
fact,
bunch of.
you can still find lead in quite a few old buildings.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You buy a house older than X period, you have to have the interior inspected for lead and possibly have to have something done to remove the paint without endangering everybody. Oops, that's not the way I
That
want to go.
was my dad's, the house that I was born into. First house I had growing up was this really old, one of the first houses in Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just covered in lead-based paint. And this was at a time where nobody really cared, so nobody did anything about it. That explains my brothers and sisters a lot. They're all most of them are just dumb crooks. I left early, so I wasn't exposed as much.
I grew up very afraid that our house had lead paint in it, and my grandfather, who was a painter, is like, "There's no lead paint in the house." "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm sure I painted it." "Yes, but are you sure?" "I painted it." Okay.
Was acrylic a common thing?
Not then, no.
So what would it have been?
He did his oil paints. Old school oil paint for the interior of a house. You know, take 3 weeks to completely dry, and the house reeked of oil. But the pigments were not lead-based.
All right. The important thing to remember about lead paint is don't eat it.
Yeah. Tasty as it may be, don't eat the lead paint.
That's just not thinking, creatively enough.
I always wonder about that. I mean, there has to be a reason somebody would eat lead paint chips.
Pica.
Yeah, but it's not just a few people. It's a lot of people.
It's a nerve condition.
Oh, I get that, but I mean,
You found it. Quick, dig it up and bring it back.
if
to
it
me.
had a slightly sweet taste or something, I could see it.
Yeah, lead was.
Is it sweet?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was used
sweet.
as a flavor in
No.
medieval Europe. I swear to God.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's one of the reasons they put food on lead plates, is it made it taste better.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Which is why I don't ever want to live in that kind of a time period.
Yeah, no.
But it was very common to ingest lead almost every single day.
Well, I know that they put lead into crystal to improve the strength and the clarity, and I don't have a surfboard? I don't have a surfboard? How the heck did that happen? I don't have a
You
surfboard.
broke it, Mom.
I did break it. I will have to leave and disqualify myself. That's okay, I can do that.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person. What can I say?
Well, everybody's got to play their part somehow.
Okay, so they used lead in crystal. And I still use lead in crystal. And the problem is if you put anything acidic into it, it'll leach out.
Yep.
No, Mara Hockman, this account does not have the unlock. It's more recent than that. I've got enough. I've got like 40,000 favors stashed. But I like my tunes to work for it. You know, if you just give them things, they're not going to appreciate it. She's really close. She's got 903. If she does just a little bit more work, she'll earn it. If you just give people things, they don't appreciate the value of $1. I might stake them to one piece of equipment, but they don't get all of it.
So this is from the Smithsonian.
Okay. Sugar as poison. Lead acetate, also known as sugar of lead, is a salt. Has a sweet flavor, fairly unusual quality in poisons, which are more likely to taste bitters, signaling to the taster that they're unsafe for consumption. Huh! Well, I learned something new. So I do have a fair amount of lead crystal here in the apartment, which I inherited, and it's beautiful. And the only thing you can safely put in it is water, because of course everything I like to drink is acidic.
Mar Hockman, which salt is in antifreeze that actually activates it?
Yeah, ethylene glycol does taste sweet. That I'm aware of. Which is why you need to be ever so careful. If you spill antifreeze around dogs, it's on the ground, they'll come over and lick it up, and then you have sick or dead dog.
Animal.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a lot either.
No, it doesn't, which is, of course, one reason why I never do any kind of maintenance on my vehicle whatsoever, aside from the fact I'm absolutely not competent with that. But I'm just going to say it's to preserve the safety of my dogs.
There's some people that says that sodium chloride would be better to use than ethyl glycol. I'm not sure which camp I'm in, but
you said sodium fluoride?
Yeah, that's an equivalent salt.
No kidding.
So table salt.
Well, I know you can use that as a Bayrock. There it is. Okay. Obviously, you can melt things with it. Yep. You gotta sit in swarm 5 times, swear?
Yeah, it's for the Klingon character thing.
Oh.
You gotta do 5 swarms and then...
Oh, I haven't even played with that at all. So why is the goal Star Trek Vegas one last time? Not going anymore. This Zilla starting in April, it will be in Chicago.
Which is much better for Mom.
Which is much better for Mom because Mom lives in Indianapolis and Mr. Mom lives in Chicago. And that means a lot easier for logistics. Though I'm told that moving forward, there will be... The thing that they're doing this year is not an official Star Trek convention because the license no longer resides with this company called Creation Entertainment. It now resides with a company called Reed Pop, so they can't call it a Star Trek convention. But we had so many people who already had made the commitment to being there that we decided just to go there and do it. But they're going to keep doing this thing in Vegas every August, so we now have to make this decision. Are we going to do 2 conventions a year. If we do a booth,
could
the
just come
cost
down
to
here
us.
Orlando.
Pardon?
You could just come down here to Orlando. They have all sorts of conventions happen down here.
Well, we're not the ones who make this decision. If we do a booth, it's cost us between $6,000 and $10,000. If we do a table, it's around $3,000, and this is just for the cost of doing them. So if we decide to do Vegas and Chicago and do a booth at one place and a table at the other one, we're looking at budgets of $20,000 a year just for doing conventions. And bear in mind, we don't get anything out of it money-wise. Yes, I did, and that's why I don't. DT wants to discuss it just because he's close to Vegas. I want to see what the one's going to be like, though, in Chicago. So I think it's E3 that's coming up in December. What have we got? We've got 38 seconds here.
I thought that was going down to Austin. Because there's something about South by Southwest.
Excuse me, it's C2E2 that Reed Pop's going to do in Chicago.
Okay. Because I heard that they were shutting down South by Southwest, and they were replacing it with E3 or something like that.
I'm not seeing the date for it at Reed Pop. And then at Star Trek Mission Chicago starts in spring 2022 in April. However, it's only 3 days, the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's probably going to wind up with it being insanely busy.
Welcome to Rice.
But I want to go to whichever one they're doing, C2E2, in December, just so I can check out what it's like with them. But a 3-day convention's a lot easier to run logistics for than a 5-day. That's now 6 days. It's Tuesday through Sunday, and that gets really long.
I gotta tell you though, if you ever want to do like any of the conventions down here in Florida,
yeah,
Uber.
Pardon?
Uber. Oh my God, it is expensive as hell to park anywhere.
Oh yeah.
In Orlando.
Well, that's the same in Chicago. So, for people who are going to be going with us, I'm going to urge everybody to stay out in the suburbs where it's less expensive, unless, of course, you're going to party in the city. But if you do that, it's really expensive to party in the city.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Really expensive. Parking is $35, $40 if you're at a hotel per night. And out in suburbia, it's free.
Yeah.
So then you get into the joy of getting into the city in the morning is an absolute pleasure. Absolutely delightful. And I'm lying, of course, it's terrible. But there's trains that go in. Get off the main train, walk across town, maybe 5 to 10 minute walk, and you can pick up the train that goes directly under the convention center. It's not much easier than that. And given that Chicago, April can be just a wee bit nippy.
In April?
In April, yeah. Oh my God, it gets cold there. Because you're on the lake. And the winds coming off the lake are intense. Well, you know.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, in many cases, it's still snowing in Rochester.
Yep, it's still snowing in Chicago sometimes. I missed a trip to New York one year because we had a blizzard roll in.
I was born in a blizzard.
Were you really?
I was born in May in a blizzard.
I was born in March, just after one. My brother wrote me a letter because he remembers the day I was born, because the day before I was born, he remembers my dad finally taking down the Christmas tree.
I was actually told that...
I was born in March, so that's why that's funny.
I was born in the storm of the century. And just, I don't know, it's just something about that seems just way too real.
So, Mayor Hawkman, the trains from suburbia into the city are, during the first thing in the morning, 45 minutes. 10-minute walk across town, and then the trains that run under the convention center run during the conventions anything from every 15 minutes to every 20 minutes. So if you drive in, it's going to be just as bad. If you stay down there, you're going to pay for it. But it's...
So you're telling me that it might actually be worth going into Chicago proper instead of just sticking to the airport?
Oh God, yeah, don't go to the airports. The airports are... Blech.
I hate the airport.
The airports are so boring.
That's the closest I've ever been to like being in downtown Chicago. It's the only major city that I haven't been to.
Well, come down to a convention in Chicago. Come to the show next year.
I've been to Indianapolis. I've been all over the place in Illinois, but I've never been to Chicago.
Chicago is very nice. I am lost on my map. Where am I? There I am. Okay. Chicago's nice. The food's fantastic. Hopefully.
I don't know. They came up with deep dish pizza. That's
No,
right
deep
there.
dish pizza is a sin. It's an absolute crime, in my opinion. I have very strong opinions about deep dish pizza. Don't eat it.
I like the hot dogs.
Hot dogs are good. Thin crust pizza, meat, the publican, really good foods from different cultures.
It's the biggest. It's the quite literally the biggest reason why I miss New York.
Food?
The food down here in Florida sucks.
Yeah. It's very tourist based.
No, it doesn't even matter if you're in the suburbs. Like where I live, out near Disney, there's some good places, but it's nothing compared to New York food. I mean, there's a place down here that you can get pizza from.
Yeah.
That imports water from the East River.
Oh yeah, you absolutely need the water from New York is so different for raising dough. It's bizarre how much of a difference it makes, though. Same for bagels.
It's slightly radioactive, and I'm not joking about that. It's slightly.
Oh, then we can get it from Flint, Michigan, if you want to do that.
No, I mean seriously, the water from the East River is slightly radioactive.
Oh, I thought you meant from New York. It's radioactive.
They say it's because the 3 Mile Island, whatever. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised from Flint, Michigan. There's some strange things going on up there in Michigan.
Mr. Dave, thank you for saying you were being snarky, because I'm like, nope, nope. I don't eat deep dish pizza. It's nasty. Thin pizza is the only way to go, Mr. Swear.
I don't know. I like stuffed crust. I know that makes me bizarre, but I really like
I just don't like deep dish. It's too bready and doughy. I like Detroit style. I like Brooklyn style if it's really crispy. I love real pizza from Europe with the really nice chewy crust. Ooh, I can do it twice. How cool is that?
I went to a place in Bologna, Italy. I was stationed over there.
Yeah?
I was stationed just outside of Rome. And went to Bologna. Had the best pizza-ish, whatever they call it.
Pizza-ish?
Ever. See, if you call it pizza, they get mad at you.
Well, what do they call it?
I don't know what else to call it. I don't remember. But I couldn't call it pizza, but they wouldn't tell me what I could call it.
Huh.
But they threatened me. So if you call it pizza, you have to leave.
Oh.
But I'm not familiar enough with Italian to say what I think it was.
Oh, while I was in Switzerland, I had great pizza. And not because the cheese was fantastic, though the cheese was fantastic. But it was very similar to when I've been in all places. Germany. The pizza I've had in Germany and the Netherlands has been delicious.
Right outside of Rammstein. Holy crap, that's got some good pizza out there.
Yeah. Okay, so there's this weird pizza in Germany that I think in the Netherlands as well. Medium crust, not too thin, not too thick. Creme fraiche, bacon, and onions. I don't know if there's even any cheese on it. It's delicious. Salt from the bacon, sweet from the caramelized onions. The creme fraiche is wonderful.
So my wife wants to go to Bonn.
Okay.
In like 2 years or something like that. There's supposed to be some. They have the World Board Games Convention is there.
That's interesting.
But it's done in Bonn, Germany. And my wife wants to go. But I mean, I figure if I'm there, I'm going to have to go to Switzerland and try this food. You convinced me. It's about time that I begin to enjoy my retirement.
Yeah.
So we're going to start going to Europe. I
Good for
really
you.
hate the Caribbean. I hate the Caribbean. It's just, I don't like the equator. There's no reason for it to be that hot and wet at the same time.
Found 10 Horgons. Come get bonus.
Welcome to Risa. Welcome to...
It's like my people are a cold weather people. Just
Yeah.
stick with them.
Hey, I'm Swedish. We're good on that cold weather too.
I'm Scottish. We're definitely loving the cold.
You've got your cold down pat too. Mar Hawkman, there is such a thing as too thin, but
How is it can be too thick and too thin?
I don't think he means at the same time. I.e., you can have
Oh.
crust that's too thick and you can have crust that is too thin. But I don't think he means it's in the same dish. But I like making pizza from scratch.
I got a friend of mine that likes to make naan pizza.
Ooh, I bet that's good.
It is good. It doesn't seem like it'll be good, but when you put Indian spices on naan bread and then you cover it with tomato sauce and cheese, it shouldn't taste as good as it does.
One of my
It's very
coworkers
bizarre.
is growing fenugreek in the company garden.
Mm.
And you go out there and it's like, oh yeah, this is Indian food right now. We need to go eat this.
The biggest regret I have of living in Florida is there are no good Indian restaurants.
We actually have one very close to our office. I mean, it's not fabulous Indian food, but it's good.
We have this place here in our house called Saffron.
Okay.
And you go in there, it's very authentic Indian looking.
Mm-hmm.
The food is abysmal, though.
No.
It's just, they make it like incredibly hot. It's seemingly on purpose. So if you can't handle it, they call you a wimp. And I've been eating hot food my entire life, and it's too hot for me.
Wow.
I know it's too hot for them. They do it just to mess with tourists. But it's just, it completely turned me off to that kind of a restaurant. Right next door is the same thing with Mexican food. It's a place called El Señor. It's like, the mister? That's kind of dumb. But they have this nacho dish that you can buy. And the nacho dish, it says on the menu that it's guaranteed to make you cry. It's like, why would you want to make food that's purposely going to injure somebody?
I agree.
I don't see the appeal there.
I like food that's tasty. Since I'm not going to be able to get 2 in, well, maybe I can't get 2 in. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're at 8. We can get one more done.
How do you know where these things are?
What, the Horgons?
Yeah, I had such a hard time finding them.
There's 2 different maps.
You found 10 Horgons. Looks like you get a bonus.
So let's see if I've got a tune who hasn't done it yet this time around. And I'll show you. One is you just have to memorize where everything is.
Oh, so it's just...
So, depending on where I start this one... where am I? Good.
Is that
I'm...
Tamir that you're flying right now?
Pardon?
On that ship? So are you flying the Tamir? Your ship?
On this tune?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. Oh, so all my tunes have done it. I'm sorry. You have to change counts. I don't know if I'll have time to run the whole thing.
Loves Cannon.
Yep. Not love cannons or loves cannons, but love canon in the sense
I
of
like Cannon.
canonical.
Canonical.
Yeah. All right, let's see where I start this one today. I'm not near anything. Okay. let me pick
Today's
this up.
Monday, I forgot.
It is Monday, yes.
Darn it. I was supposed to do something.
Welcome to Risa.
I'm supposed to be down at the freaking library right now.
Well, go.
Well, it's too late now. I was supposed to be there 2 hours ago.
That's a little too late. Okay, so there's one behind this tree. If you've got the one behind the tree, then you go straight up to the top of this hill. And at the top of the closest hill up here is the next one. This is one of my favorite routes. From this one, it's a straight line down to this little part. See where the 2 palm trees are sticking out of the ground here on this rock? Right there is the next one.
Oh, that's cool.
Now the next one is in a stupid place. It's around behind here, and because it's underneath one of these trees, it's kind of a pain in the butt to get, so I usually skip this one. And instead I normally fly right up here to the base of this tallest palm tree. There's another one, but I overshot it a little bit. This is one of the two maps. This is my favorite map. Okay, over here there's a little valley, and at the midpoint of the valley is the next Horgon, right about there.
What are you trying to do, Swarm Not Wasted? Are you trying to... What type of damage are you trying to do?
You're not doing any damage. You're just picking up Horgons.
Swear Not Wasted is talking about consoles.
I have an infinity box for a console of my choice. Which one, though? Oh, yeah, but what are your options? In the infinity box, there's a
type of damage do
bazillion.
you want to do? That's the question. Because it really depends on the class of damage. So phaser or anti-proton or any of those. Because there's different consoles that you want to consider. And since I've had most of them, I figure I could talk pretty intelligently on that.
Yeah, but there's so many consoles available.
Are you trying to go for an escort? Or are you trying to go for... I mean, if you're trying to go for the... I mean, one of the easiest ones to get if you go for the console is the... what's that called? Why can't I remember the name of it?
Is this the cross-faction or salvaged?
Yeah, if it's cross-faction, I can give you an answer. If it's... there's... I gotta go in and ask myself.
Okay, if I was going in, the first one I would get...
If it's cross-faction, there's one thing you want to get, and I'm trying to remember the exact name of it, because it gives you 20% bonus damage to whatever it is you're doing. And I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Well, I can read them off for you. We've
Yeah,
got Graviton Pulse Impulse Burst, Theta Radiation Photonic Displacement, Subspace Jump Point Defense, Isometric Charge Antimatter Spread, Bioneural Warhead Nadion Detonator, and the last one's the Ionized Gas Sensor Plasmonic Leech. The rest of them after, let's see, what else have we got? Those are all pulled. There's a stack that have been pulled out, though, that aren't available anymore.
They removed them?
Yeah, they removed a bunch of them in January.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
But then they've also got a whole bunch of other ones, of which my number one that I like is the Hull Image Refractors.
That's it. That was the one I was going for. The
Hull Image Refractors. If it's available and you don't have it, swear, that's my number one.
That is, yeah, it's the first one you should try to find.
Yep. Ooh, we're getting rated. Endeavor Game On. Endeavor Game On is rating with a party of 5. Hi, guys. Welcome aboard. Oh my God, it's late.
If you have any of the legendary ships, you should have access to most of them. So look for the Omnius device, because the Omnius device comes on one of the legendary ships, and I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but it's the same thing. It's 20% bonus to damage.
Yeah, I think
both of them be absolutely just crazy powerful.
Yeah, Hull Image Refractors, swear I'm not wasted.
Yeah, this was the one I was trying to remember.
Hey, Augie, how are you? How are you doing? I didn't realize it was this late. Gosh darn it. Oh well. Well, I guess I'm awake for a little bit.
Yeah,
DT has gone off to do DT-like things, so it's just me.
So if you're trying to do phasers, I'll pull out a character that does fairly good with phasers, and I'll tell you what I have.
Hey, since Augie's on too. Augie, question for you. If you have an Infinity Prize Back, a cross-faction or salvaged console from a box, what would be your first console to pick up? We had suggested Hull Image Refractors. This is for a phaser build. You did say phaser, right, Swear? Phasers. And for that matter, everybody from Endeavor Game On, if you've got one, Hi, hi, hi. How are you guys doing? So approaching agony? Ooh, yeah. Approaching agony is a plus 15% phaser damage.
Mm-hmm. Approaching agony is pretty useful. There's no real reason in my mind to actually use it, but I mean, having the console itself is really quite helpful.
So if you're going that way, Swear, maybe that would be an option.
So I've got my DPS build has the Omnius device, has the hull image refractors.
Yeah.
I have the tachyokinetic converter.
Yep.
The DPRM, so dynamic power distribution module, and then I just boost up. I have 4 vulnerability locators and 1 vulnerability exploiter. Not to mention, I like the reinforced armaments bonus with the Nexus omnidirectional energy weapon, which increases the speed of your fire, so you fire more often.
Friend, there's a bunch of
and I also use the assimilated module, which gives you, I think it's 5% critical chance and critical severity. And the bioneural infusion circuits, because of the critical severity. But yeah, those are just what I use, and I am clearing 170 KDPS. It's because I don't put all that much energy into actually playing the game. But I gotta tell you, it's like one small change can be the difference between 170 k DPS and like 450 k DPS. It's one change, and I haven't figured out what that is yet. But one of the first things that I suggest is your traits, because that's going to really govern how much damage you're doing. So what I was told to do is I use agony weapons. So I have the agony phaser dual beam bank, another agony phaser dual beam bank, and then the Terran Task Force phaser dual heavy cannon, and the phaser wide angle dual heavy beam bank from the from Discovery, and the dark matter quantum torpedo from Discovery, and of course the Lorca's custom fire controls, because you definitely want the set bonus for all that. But traits really do make a huge difference on how much damage you do. So emergency weapon cycle is what I have. Overpowered and overgunned.
Mm-hmm.
Supercharged weapons. Super weapon ingenuity. Terran goodbye, and preferential targeting. All those together, if I were really lucky and I get everything to work the way it's supposed to, mixed with contexts for kings, inspirational leader, fragment of AI tech, and Terran targeting systems, if I was, or an adaptive offense and everything that goes along with that, and superior beam training, all of that together, if I was dedicated like other people are, I could easily clear 400k.
All right, question for you guys. DPRM is not always financially doable for a lot of us. Somebody had suggested doing the M6 computer console.
The M6 computer console?
The M6 computer console off a Tier 3 temporal escort. Since I don't have a DPRM, I went ahead and tried it, but I don't have a DPRM to give it as a base of comparison.
How can I help?
Okay, so the M6 computer does 15% bonus all damage for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
25% cooldown reduction on tactical bridge officer abilities, 20% fire cycle haste for all weapons for 15 seconds, 30% accuracy for 15, 30% defense for 15. It's definitely nice. But the DPRM does 11.3 all damage resistance rating, 19% directed energy damage, 40% bonus damage when you activate it, while above a 60 or 80% hull, 100% bonus damage resistance rating, 500% hull regen.
I'm not arguing that the DPRM is a better module. The issue is it's a cost and efficiencies, because it's not like you can just pick one up anymore.
You found it.
You need to get a ship to
Dig it
do
up and
it.
bring it back to me at my camp.
T5
definitely hard to get.
voucher for a ship? Swear I'm not wasted?
So there's not really a lot of good ships in tier 5, but that's not to say that there aren't ships that aren't cool to get. As an effective escort, look at the Lucari scout ship. It turns well. It has an experimental slot, and it has a secondary deflector. So for a science ship, it's not as bad as some of the other ones on there are. But it is not a tier 6, so you're not going to get a console with it. You're not going to get a lot of other things with it.
Okay, so you've got a tier 5 voucher, and you're thinking of picking up a tier 5 ship for a console in it, is what I'm gathering from that, Swear? So
the Heroian Hunter has one.
Okay.
I have several of those. Let's see if I can look for them.
Okay, Heroian Hunter, Heavy Escort. Let's see what we've got out of that one. Enhanced inertial damper field. Is the console that it comes equipped with. Let me see if I can run it for specs. 100% defense on a sudden reversal of direction. Don't know.
So I'm looking at mine. I've got a tier 5 box as I'm looking at it.
Well done. Well, how can I help you today?
Tier 5 is typically used for a lot of aesthetic changes, so it'll allow you to change the ways certain ships look from where they used to. But that is the primary advantage of some of these. I'm looking at the Volkov carrier is a tier 5 that has 2 hangar bays. It's one of the few. Advanced Warbird.
Gosh darn it. Got the Rampart that I use for one of my tunes. But that's a tier 6. Sorry, that's not the one I'm thinking of. What is the tier 5? Is it the Bulwark?
I'm looking.
Or is it the Bastion? It's the Bastion, but I don't know which console it's got, if any. Reflective shield generator, which is meh.
There isn't.
But makes for a nice tank ship.
Maybe they removed it because it's not there right now.
Which one?
The Voth. There are no Voth ships in tier 5 anymore. At all.
Bummer.
The only ones that aren't mirror universe ships is the Kazon Heavy Raider, AP Cruiser, the Malon Battle Cruiser, Nahydran Destroyer, the Tholian Meshweaver, the Sphere Builder, Lucarium Scout Ship, Lucari Nakam Scout Ship, and the Herodian Heavy Hunter.
You're talking Zen Store.
No, I'm talking about a Tier 5 box.
He's talking Zen Store, though, for Tier 5.
Oh. That's a little different.
Yeah. Actually, they're just not reward packs necessarily, but you can buy those. Okay, so Tier 5 ship Zen Store that you want to buy for a console.
There is a good one. There's a really good one. If you want to do like high damage, go for the Multi-Vector Advanced Escort. That is a useful thing to have, not because of that ship, but it has a console on it that you need called the Multi-Vector Assault Module. But if you go to the Tier 6 and you grab the advanced, I think it's the Hestia class.
Yeah, Hestia class.
So yeah, you pull up the Hestia class, and if you have the Tier 5 and the Tier 6 Hestia, then your ship can split into three ships at the same time. And it's maneuverable. It's got a really useful ability that trying to find it so I can tell you. But it used to be my favorite ship. Here it is. So the Hestia has the console high energy plasma expulsors. But if you pair that with the multi-vector assault module, it has a stunning ability called Firestorm or something like that. That everything in front of you just takes a massive amount of damage. It's not something that I really thought about for a long time. But yeah, after achieving level 5 in Advanced Escort Starship Mastery, you get numerical superiority. And if you have the multi-vector pets, then you split into 3 ships at the
There's
same
a
time.
bunch of temporarily displaced artists. How can...
I just wish there was another way to do that. Anyway, that's my favorite Tier 5 to Tier 6 combination.
So did that give you any help at all, Swear?
The Avenger Federation Battlecruiser
Yes.
gave you a cloaking device.
The Avenger's nice.
The Armitage Heavy Strike Wing Escort will give you Photon Torpedo Point Defense System, and if you're building a torpedo build, that's a really good one to have.
Oh, he said he's going phasers. Oops. Did I miss that one?
Spinal Phaser Lance is a
Ooh.
really good ability that comes out the Galaxy Dreadnought Cruiser. And all these are Tier 5. Wide angle quantum torpedo launcher is a really useful one to have. And that comes off the Regent Assault Cruiser refit. Photonic decoy beacon.
Gosh darn it, I keep missing this one.
Phaser dispersal array. What does that one do?
Oh, I am definitely off my game tonight.
I don't know how much damage that does, but the Andorian Kumari escort has the Kumari phaser wing cannons, which allows you to do extreme phaser damage. I don't know if that helps, but it's a console that you can use on any Andorian escort that allows you to use your wing cannons to do a really powerful overload attack.
Can I get? There's a bunch of.
Wait, you said you can only use it on an Andorian ship? Did I understand you correctly?
Andorian escort, yeah.
Yeah, well, isn't that a bit of a limitation then?
I'm trying to give him help here. I mean, yeah, it is, but I mean, it didn't used to be that way. But he's asking tier 5. There's not a lot of really good tier 5s.
I don't know. There's a fair number of good tier 5 ships in there. But if you're using a tier 5 just to capture a good console, so you'd have to make the commitment then to buying a ship that's Andorian if you want to put that console on it. And I don't know that might be a bit of putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah. Well, the Dyson things are there. All those are pretty much useless. The Excelsior has the advanced transwarp drive.
Augie says the T6 version has the Torpwing launchers as well.
Yeah, I know that.
Which makes sense.
But I mean, you can get the console in tier 5 and it translates over to T6.
Okay, that's reasonable. If you want to go with that ship.
It's the same thing I was talking about with the advanced Oh, why is my brain farting today?
You found it. Quickly, dig it up and bring it back to me at my camp.
I just completely left. Completely forgot what I was
Well
talking
done. Well,
about. I'm having all sorts of fun today.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-vector advanced escort, which is why I was talking about that one, because of the console and how that benefits the tier 6 version. Attack and detection grid. Quantum slipstream drive.
I'm going to give you one more minute there, Frost, and then I'm going to bed because it's way later than it should be, and I've got an early day, as always, tomorrow.
Well, you always have an early day.
I know. I didn't win the lottery, so it's back to work.
Terrible.
I didn't play the lottery, but I still didn't win it.
The limited time
Disappointing,
rewards
Mom.
have ended. You can still see
The Hakona Advanced Warbird. If you like Romulan ships,
yeah,
it's the Hestia version. There's a T6 one that
but
pairs with that and allows you to do the same kind of thing.
Yeah, but he's got T5, so
that's a tier 5. The Hakona
okay.
Advanced Warbird, tier 5.
I love Romulan ships. I'm a huge fan of the Mogai, that whole combination.
But yeah, there is nothing. I mean, other than stuff to bump it up on tier 6, there's really nothing that really sets the tier 5s apart. At least as far as the Zen store is concerned.
Yeah.
I wish that were not the case, but I have never used it for anything other than...
Well, I swear, look at your T6 and see what you've got, and maybe we can help you turn it into something more than it is. Or maybe it's not worth it, just level it and get mastery you need off of it. But that's it. I'm going to go to bed, folks. Frost, thanks so much for jumping in here and helping out tonight and being a great co-host. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I'm always happy to help.
Well, thank you. And to all of you who came in tonight, Augie, great to see you again. Swear, always nice to see you. Wolfie was here, but she has headed out, I think. WC was here.
That's That's all there is to it.
It's on the wrong side of the planet. Endeavor, thank you very much for the raid. We appreciate it. Mar Hawkman, thank you
Really
so
dedicated
much.
people.
Mr. Dave, thank you. Zilla was here. Boy, we had everyone here tonight. So,
See, if Wolfcat really cared, she'd be here.
if Wolfcat really cared, she'd be in bed killing her pillow, which I hope she is doing that right now. So anyway, we are 3 weeks out from Vegas. 3 weeks from tomorrow, we will be starting up in Vegas for the convention. To the extent that they will let us stream live, we will be streaming live. Otherwise, we will be talking to you guys every night when we are done, which might be late because, well, late for us, not late for you guys, most likely, because it's 10 or 11 or midnight before we roll in most nights. And we'll let you know what's going on. If anybody's got any updates from Vegas, let us know. And we'll try and keep everyone up to speed. Hopefully we'll get some goodies to give away. So everyone, have a great night. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.